Yeah, you lose a little impact when your mic's not on.
Chill.
That was my fault. What? No. Oh, I no. Oh, yeah. Hello there.
Have fun with that.
I went echoing again. Oh, it's gonna drive me insane. It's gonna drive me insane. Hi, nope.
I think that
If
might
I-
be partially mine because it sounded good before. Hey,
Yours
watch.
is
Do
yours
this.
is so good. Look. Hi. How are you? Turn it on.
Okay.
I'm just gonna talk in your chest from here on out.
Don't do that.
Here we go. How's that? Is that better?
What are you doing?
I'm looking. This is professional. I'm being professional.
Super.
Hey,
duper
everybody!
professional.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
Hey, that's us.
Hey, well, yes, it is. Amongst many other people, apparently. Hey, Justin. You're WrestlePal Justin.
Yeah, that's me.
Hashtag WrestlePal Justin. That's him. He's great. He may be the best. No, I'm pretty sure. I know like 7, 8 people. You're up there. You're at least top 3,
All right.
including myself.
Take it.
I'm not in the top 3. Near the bottom.
Why are you making
Changes daily.
MySpace references? Why are you making MySpace references?
What's my what?
Who are you?
I'm hashtag WrestlePal Nate.
That's him.
I got that one today. No spooky fingers.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
It was a good weekend. I'm not going to give you spooky fingers after a good weekend.
Your positivity makes my intro nicer. I like it.
Nathan?
Hey, did anything happen this week?
Yes. But before we get into it,
Yeah.
I just have to say,
What?
Happy Rusev Day!
Look at it up there. It's beautiful. How do you get it to float in the air?
It's magic, Nathan.
It's a little warm. It's nice though.
The Santa Claus reveal how he does it. He does?
What? Wait, what?
The Santa Claus reveal how... Man, you look ridiculous holding that mic.
I know I do. You know what?
We're going to have to switch to the arms next week, I think. I think we're done with the...
commit
with
to
the
it.
labs.
There we go.
I sort of like the labs, I guess. I never liked the labs sound, but that's...
It's beyond the point. Justin, we have far too much to
We have entirely too much to get to. So, where do you want to start?
So we have options here. We can go chronologically, or we can go in kind of in order of importance. I think this week dictates that we need to discuss an order of importance.
Okay, so I guess before we get into specifics, I want to talk about, and this is inclusive of everything we're going to talk about today. This weekend, specifically WWE,
Yes.
I felt rewarded for being a fan.
Yeah.
And that is rare with WWE. Like, I oftentimes, more often than not, feel good coming out of the other side of the pay-per-view, especially on a weekend where it's TakeOver and then WWE. But it's rare that they're both matched, while being different, matched. And, like I said, I feel rewarded for being a fan of WWE. And I felt completely warranted for my stupid 37-year-old self still watching wrestling at this point. For 20 whatever years it has been, almost 30, I felt rewarded for a change.
It didn't feel like there was any tease coming out of this. It felt we had resolutions to a lot of things and payoffs. Payoffs that we don't usually get.
Right.
You usually get that little bit of a tease, a little bit of a, hey, tune in next week. Or, hey, maybe we'll get around to this next time. But no, it was
Oh, poor Nathan.
it'll drive me nuts. Just take my headphones away.
Do you want to, like, pull your shirt back? Maybe that'll work?
Now it's in my neck.
Is that a V-neck?
It is now. Wasn't when I put it on. It was all warm. It was like right out of the dryer. I was like, oh, this is nice. It's snowing. Got a warm sweater thingy. Okay.
I'm starting to sweat.
This is just because you're embarrassed of me.
Is it hot in here or am I sweating?
Yeah, you're sweating.
Okay. Did you feel that same way, though? Rewarded?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
And
I don't know how to explain it, because it's rare that I come out of the other side of a WWE weekend. Like, TakeOver is rarely disappointing. And, you know, the WWE pay-per-views I feel good about usually.
you know what it is that usually brings us down? Is we always end up seeing the commentary that's a little bit of a, oh, this wasn't so good. This could have been better. I wish this had happened. But you know what? And of course you're going to get that. We get that with everything, because anything that's good, somebody's going to shit on. It's what has to happen.
It happened
Thus
for this weekend, too.
Is the
believe me.
nature of the internet. I know, but at the same time, we looked at that and we're like, nah, you're wrong, dude.
You are way wrong.
But you're off base a little there, pal. And then Jim Ross yelled at you, and then,
Yes,
whatever.
He did.
But
I was like, oh, that's not what I meant.
oh, who's going to be the third hero to block you?
I don't think so. And if he does,
gonna
it'll
be
be
Cecily Tyson.
WrestlePals, not me.
Yes, good. Wait, no,
Yeah, we don't want that.
we don't want that. No, that affects me kind of.
No, it doesn't. When's the last time you logged into the WrestlePals Twitter?
I look at it. I'm oddly intrigued by the Twitter. What's the Twitter?
Do you need a login again?
Do I need a lion?
The login again?
No, I don't. No,
I'll give it to you
good.
again.
You don't want me on there, man. You don't want me on there.
Just golden livers all day.
It's
every
just
day.
going to be Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega. And it's going to be that one of them kissing.
Good.
When they went for a hug and they're like, nah, F this. Mwah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I'm allowed to kiss.
Okay. So it was a rewarding weekend.
Yeah, dude.
You asked, should we go in chronological? I feel like order of importance.
Yeah, it was too big of an event for us to delay any further. We'll get to all the other fun stuff. A lot of other fun stuff happened.
The Royal Rumble, this is the most, again, I hate to keep repeating the word, rewarding Royal Rumble in recent memory.
Can we say that it was the best?
I think so. I mean,
I didn't feel a slow spot at all. You know, it may have been different. It may have been the company we were watching with too. We played the silly ass Rumble game.
yes.
And-
Thank you, hashtag WrestlePal Zach, for making that game. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And it got hashtag WrestlePal Chris. It's official. He went from I don't care to he was fully invested into the Royal Rumble match.
It gave you another aspect to watch, and it
Yeah.
was fun. And you get to it makes you cheer for people you don't really care too much
Exactly.
about. Like maybe somebody draws Roman Reigns' number, and you're like, "Ah, man,
You were so upset.
I'm gonna win.
It was so upsetting.
Gonna win, man. I'm sorry, everybody. I mean, I'm okay with winning, and I would have rubbed it in everyone's face, but I lost. How about that?
It was at the last minute too, but we'll get there. The whole card, okay, so sometimes you get the good card and the Rumble match sucks. I feel like that was the year Roman won.
Right.
The card was good, but that Rumble was god awful.
Yes.
And then you have last year where the Rumble was really good, but the winner Randy Orton, it's just
It was a letdown.
Well, they did it in a way where it's okay, Orton, fine. They didn't give us somebody that it's oh, why him? You know what I mean? Somebody that would cause everybody to revolt.
Right.
But it was still not,
But no, it wasn't a why him, I'm so angry. It was a, oh,
yeah. It's man, bummer.
yes, I mean, he's good. But,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. That's exactly what it was.
and it killed it made it set them behind for that momentum into WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Which is just something you can't afford to do, because once they start on the road, you got to keep moving, man. This is when it kicks into high gear. You've got, what was it, 69 days until the show,
Right.
and one Raw pay-per-view in
Thank
the
you,
meantime.
AJ. Yeah.
Yes, we know that only because of AJ Styles.
And I guess I want to take the time again before we delve into the actual card. I love that WWE's only going to one a month. I thought it was fun last year.
They've
trying
officially
out-
cut the bet.
I'm pretty sure. There's probably going to be months where it's going to be two, but it appears
Where it's going to be 4 weeks, one at the beginning, one at the end.
right
That kind of
because
deal.
you figure since Survivor Series there should have been, let's see, 1, 2, at least 3. Judging by last year's schedule, so we've only had the one, and that was Clash of Champions.
Yeah.
And I like it because the shows feel big right now, they're going somewhere.
And they're giving more credence to the weekly show, the television, as
Exactly.
well. Because it isn't just, okay, we've got 2 weeks to build to the pay per view, which is going to be our big build to kick off to the big shows, but it's going to be, we've got 4 weeks of programming we can work with here to make that build to it, and we're going to give you a reason to watch, and we're not having to go boom, 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 boom with story beats. We're able to just slow it down, take the time to get to that next one, and make it feel better and more natural, and have a hatred brew. We still have a continuation of the and it happened in the Rumble too. A little bit of the interplay between Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. It's ooh, what is
They
it?
threw each other out in the Rumble.
They did after working together briefly because they're the only ones that exist on their plane.
Of WWE.
Yes.
It's almost
Again.
Tommy Wiseau. Yeah.
A little bit. I wish he would come in and go with that. No, I did see somebody created a Wiseau Club shirt with the hair and instead of bones, they were a spoon and a rose.
Oh.
Made me very happy. I'll find that for you.
Hi, doggy.
I won't.
Hello, doggy.
Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
He's big.
So, okay, this is one of those moments where the card was fine. Like the undercard, like the non-Rumble matches, they were good. Nothing amazing. I did like the triple threat, like the action in the triple threat.
I've got a little bit of card here. I mean, like even the pre-show was good because you had that Bobby Roode reinstating an open challenge, which can be a fantastic storyline
Yeah.
for the next 69 days.
Plus, again, it showcases Bobby Roode, which like he kind of needs right now.
Because his storyline wise, he's had a tough time having reasons to touch other. Oh god, he's had a tough time establishing story to touch other. Oh god, I don't know why he's fighting these dudes, right?
Right.
Okay, but now he's got reasons to touch the men, and the open
one
challenge.
time,
God
the
damn.
only time he's ever
My
messed
headphones
up.
are really good for that, Justin. It was very disturbing. Do it again. Do it again. Thank you. But, God damn it. But now he has a reason to go with anybody. And he's had that weird thing of, he's kind of heely,
Yeah,
but he's kind of facey.
he's got that. I was saying
His
this.
trunks are shiny.
Yeah, very glittery.
Glitter.
That no one's gonna boo him with that theme, at least right now.
No, not until he goes full. He has to commit to full asshole.
Yeah, which
He's very well capable of.
that can happen, and that'll be great for him and whomever he works against.
Right.
But in the meantime, now you get to like see what's going to work, and and you can run him up against somebody who maybe people are going to automatically cheer, and that's our guy.
Right.
Now we can turn him and make him crank up the heat.
Or just like with the what we're going to end up getting out of the Nakamura Styles thing, you're going to get a good match,
Yes.
independent of having to hate each other for some strange reason.
Right. All right. So Mojo actually answers the challenge, which I thought was weird. Not bad, by the way.
Yeah.
Mojo and Rude a couple weeks ago on SmackDown in the semis.
Yeah.
They had a great match. Like they actually have really good chemistry between them.
Moto has making that transition to heelish, which he's slowing down his style. He's been so manic and frantic as a face, that high energy, and now he's able to do more, like doing slightly less, and he still has that intensity as far as hey, the chat's ready to display messages.
Yeah, you can. Oh, I forgot to put a new GIF in there. Oops.
That's fine. You know what's always timely, Justin?
Grappling hooks.
It's
Good.
true. Good. But yeah, Mojo's doing good as a bad dude. I think you pointed out the theme, not quite completely there, but
It's close.
it's close.
But
I think they could refine that again. It's
honestly-
so unmemorable that it could be easily replaced.
I honestly think the only thing really off about him is his entrance, because he comes out and like he kind of saunters, I guess,
He slinks,
which is great.
and
But
then he does a 3-point stance.
yeah, and then he hits the stage. It's like, nah, man, that's not a bad guy. I don't want to boo that, other than it just not being great.
Kind of do. Okay. Clarification made.
But like everything else, like his ring work has changed, his in-ring demeanor, like it's all changed.
He's getting some of that in-ring shit talk, too.
Yeah,
I love that.
and even his promos, which
His promos are terrifying.
like he's there, so it's,
Legitimately scary man.
so it's like, dude, that one thing, and if that one thing is what's holding you back, figure it out and figure it out fast.
Yes.
But again, this was a pre-show match, but it was good. I really enjoy the chemistry they have. And do we have somebody like, can Rude pull Mojo to that next level?
I absolutely think you can.
I'm just saying.
It's nice to see the undercard doing some stuff. That's good stuff. All right. Well,
Brother Nate. Oh my goodness, Brother Nate's watching. Nate Milton.
okay. I was
Not
like,
you. You're.
I thought you were talking about my
Speaking for
actual
Nate.
brother, which would have been terrifying.
That's brother of Nate.
Because yeah, he's not tech savvy, if you will. His phone flips. It's amazing.
Still.
I
No
don't know.
flips, just fists.
I don't know how he charges the thing.
You should tell him.
I don't think
No
he's ever
flips,
charged it.
just
It's one of those old phones. It doesn't do anything. It's,
I think I want to get a fist phone.
Hello? What happens?
No flips.
Okay. Okay, Justin. It's so stupid I can't help you.
You're welcome.
Like, I can help in a lot of dumb, but damn. This is the best I got for you. Hello? Fake fist?
It works, damn it. The phone doesn't. The joke does.
So stupid. So stupid.
What else did we have on the pre-show? We had the six-man.
We had the six-man with the Cruiserweights who took a nasty hit by losing their champion to Stupid.
Yeah.
It's good on them for moving fast. And I'm very glad that WWE has an out with that. Like, yeah, you haven't been fully investigated yet. But we're firing you because you didn't tell us you were being investigated. So beat it.
Again, smart business. Like that could have been way worse for the WWE.
I hate to sidetrack into that, but Vince McMahon had the XFL announcement coming back in 2020, and that was one of the big sticking points about the announcement. Is, hey man, we ain't having no. He said it far more eloquently than I. Ain't no more dirty dudes gonna be playing in this mess.
Yeah.
And the same day, it's like, hey, you see what we do to dirty dudes? Beat it.
Yeah.
Give me that belt on your way out. No, you know what? You keep that belt.
I'm confused. I'm curious. Like it's a smart play because Enzo obviously was the stick man of 205 Live. So they're bringing in a commissioner, a GM, which I'm never a huge fan of, but like it makes sense. You need somebody else who's going to be able to do most of the talking.
Some weird little star power to pull the strings.
Unless it's Gulak, which would be great.
Well, that's the thing, though. I think Enzo being there gave a lot of those other dudes an opportunity to be able to step up and talk. And Gulak is the one that ran with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know who else. Maybe I'd like to see more from Tony Nese, him talking about his abs. More, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep. 8.
None of them are there.
8 reasons you're not lying. Though they're there, they're just under a couple layers of fat.
Aw, I'm sorry.
Anyone else see Sasha fall on her neck last night? Yes, unfortunately, yes.
She's gonna. Nobody takes a beating quite like she does, which is an uncomfortable thing to say about a tiny lady. Mm-hmm. But remember she was almost crushed by a cage? Was that? Oh, wait, no. Oh, I'm thinking Rollins. I get those two confused.
Easily. I can see where that would happen.
So anyway, back to the Rumble.
Yes.
Kickoff match ends up being AJ Styles versus
Cammy?
Is that what we're calling them?
Well, that's what AJ called them. Cammy.
It's great.
Kevin and Sammy.
It's the best.
I was very intrigued.
They couldn't have won.
Well, no.
They could not have won.
There was no chance. And if they were to, which, again, I'm surprised that we didn't see Daniel Bryan or Shane involved, because they've been heavily involved leading into the Rumble. But they're saving that for television, which is smart. They didn't put it on the pay-per-view. They just gave you the match, which was a solid match considering it was a handicap match, which all 3 parts are great. How's it going to go wrong?
And you know what? They played into it. Like, no, this is how you conduct yourself in a handicap match. With him cutting off the ring. With him trying to isolate as best he can. The tags being the insurmountable thing. And making Sammy look like the weak one.
Yeah, well.
And taking advantage of it as best possible. And Kevin being the house cleaner. And they're trying to keep him out of there. And it was as well done as what should have been a cluster could have been, and it ended up in the right way possible. With Sammy not having to take the pin, Owens taking the pin, but not technically being the legal man, so they have reason to go back and bitch and continue the storyline, which will be something for AJ to do for the next 69 days.
Yes, I also like how you talk about Sammy being the weak one. Like this is continuity. Later on. You know what? We'll get there. Okay. We'll get there because it'll play into later on. But they do go backstage. Backstage, they're complaining to Shane. Hey, look, did you not see that? I was the legal man. Not him. This isn't fair. You got to do what's right. And so that's our big. I have a feeling that'll open the show. Well, no, we'll get Shinsuke opening the show.
Absolutely.
And
then
And then somewhere along the line, following that, Cammy.
I could almost see them interrupting.
Yeah.
And then we get in like a AJ Nakamura tag versus Sammy and Owens. That seems like a good fresh out. Like, let's show all the players not playing the parts that they're going to be going towards, but showing them off, showing your characters without playing your hand.
Right.
But who the f am
again, AJ retains in a fashion that gives Cammy a way to bitch, and so we have television.
And yeah, everybody looked strong as a result. How do you lose a 2-on-1 match and look strong? Oh, like that. It was stolen from you.
Yep.
It was stolen from you.
Yep. And then that takes us into
what I think was the most surprising result of the night.
yeah. Yeah.
The 2 out of 3 falls match. Usos versus Benjamin and Gable.
I thought for sure.
No, yes, Benjamin.
Yes. I thought for sure with.
I just want to say Shelton like the Usos say Shelton now. Shelton.
The Isos. I thought for sure that we were going to have a title change.
It should have been. Look, in any other week, in any other month, in any other time in the history of this, if you ended up with a DUI, not even conviction, arrest, and you were a champion, odds are pretty. Oh, that's so good. Odds are pretty good that you're going to be moving down the card pretty quickly for at least a little while.
Right.
You know. So when thinking, well, of course, Shelton and Gable, they can carry those titles just fine. The SmackDown roster, tag team roster, is so thick and good that anybody can hold it and it'll be fine.
Thick and good.
Yeah, I know. I almost said thick and creamy, but that doesn't really apply. I'm just hungry. Someone wants a milkshake, Justin.
Heyo?
No, I want a milkshake, Justin. Jesus.
Well, I heard it brings the boys to the yard, so that's why.
That would explain why my grass is dead.
Get out of my yard, boys!
Okay. Stupid.
Don't mind me just trying to do some work.
Yeah, I know. No, so we have the 2 out of 3 falls match, and we're expecting what you get out of a 2 out of 3 falls match. It ends up being 2-1 with a first fall pretty quick, a second fall pretty quick, and then that long drawn out third fall. Right. We got a long drawn out first fall. Tons of false finishes. Everybody looking strong and ridiculous the entire time. Making it so that we're tag team professionals. The only thing that's going to keep you down is a tag team maneuver of some sort, right? A tag team finish is the only way that's going to be you're going to get a result, and that's ends up being what it takes. You get the double Uso splash thingy, right? And Usos pick up the first fall, so we're like, all right. So I guess that means Benjamin Gable going to throw one back right quick.
You'd think.
It's going to be 1-1, and then it's going to be the long drawn out Gable and Benjamin overcoming. And then maybe a little bit of respect paid between the two. Or you get a full-on Gable and Benjamin heel-ish turn. Heel enough turn.
Right.
Downson's Day heel-ish. But, no, second fall immediately.
Yeah.
Usos pick up the win and carry on. We thought this was going to get a lot more time, too, just because you're losing the Cruiserweight match off of this. And Brock's not going to go long.
No.
So,
surprising.
Yeah.
Surprising.
And you know what? I like being surprised.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, I've got a reason to tune in Tuesday and pay attention to what's happening in the tag division.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it didn't go the way I thought it was gonna. We didn't have the title change. I'm curious. I love that tag division. It's so deep and
really good.
It's very present on
Creamy.
the show.
Thick and creamy.
Very present is what I was trying to say. So I'm curious to see where they go. Oh, hi.
Does it get warmer in here? Or am I sweating?
Both.
Don't taste me.
Up next is the actual match, yeah?
The men's Rumble
Rumble
match. What do you think? Because this is the beauty of it now. This is the beauty of the show placement. We don't know when the hell they're going to do whatever.
Nope.
Because there used to be a time we'd be able to say, well, of course they're going to have probably the men's Rumble match be the last. At the championship match right before it.
Or strike that reverse.
We're probably going to open the show with that women's Rumble. I mean, that's some silly throwaway stuff. We don't really care about that so much, right? So we'll put that on first. We'll have the men fight after that, and then a championship match, and then a men's Rumble, and that's basic. Nope, men's Rumble, hot as hell, right in the middle of the show.
Yes, and
the rest of the show may have paid for it a little bit, but who expected the Rumble would be that goddamn good?
No, never. Like I said, last year's was good, but it left you feeling kind of deflated.
Yeah, because the ending was a little off.
This year, actually, Aiden English opens the Rumble. comes out, and we're like, oh, Aiden #1, weird.
Weird.
No.
Well,
He's just-
no. I think both of us had the action of, oh my god, it could be Elias out #2, and these jerks are gonna sing for like 3 minutes.
Which would
This
have
is
been great.
the duet you didn't know you wanted.
Yeah. It didn't happen.
Oh,
But
well.
that's okay. Because Rusev,
Who?
oh, don't act like you don't know. Rusev out #1, which is almost always a spot, a showcase spot.
That has to be. Look, man, they're hearing it. They're
Yeah.
hearing it. They
Yeah.
put out that official Rusev Day calendar
Yes, they
with
did.
every day marked as a holiday. I wonder if you go through, like, is Christmas marked as well?
I hope.
Or has it just been canceled for the sake of Rusev Day? That I would hope.
I want to get that calendar.
I know you do. Everybody wants to get
wanna
that
get that
calendar.
shirt.
I want to support in any way possible.
I'm glad it's happening for him because, like, as I was saying to WrestlePal Matt at the house show on Saturday, like, because he goes, "Wait, people are cheering for Rusev." I was like, "Yeah, dude! Like, look how happy he is. How can you not? Like, he's Rusev Day. This is the most over he's been. It's great.
He's committed to something stupid.
Happy Rusev Day.
1,000%. And he's got an idiot there backing him up singing opera.
Yes.
What's not to love?
What-
we
it
even
shouldn't
see,
work.
We even see at the house show is kind of... They're still kind of being booked as heelish.
Yeah.
And they end up, getting the comeuppance because they're heelish. But at the same time, nah, they beloved.
Until Rusev was thrown out, the most chants were Rusev Day.
It was
We
the
were
best.
getting Rusev Day chants.
Because it was one of my favorite things in the match. Because there was a point where everybody's cleared on the outside, which is like, go rest, dudes. It's going to be a long one.
Yeah.
And the crowd just Rusev Day, Rusev Day, as he's. I don't even know if this was planned because it couldn't have been. But he starts getting up into the ring, gets punched and knocked down again. They still keep chanting. He gets back up again. 3-4 times this happens. And you know what? That's listening and playing, and the crowd loving it, cheering him on more. And Scylla was like, Rusev, please go another way. Why don't you, no, you keep getting punched that way. Please don't do that. This seems like bad tactics. No, he's going to overcome. Rusev Day. It's the best thing that's ever.
Crowd manipulation, you say?
It's almost as
Playing.
if they're reading the audience,
Weird.
giving them kind of what they want,
Or at least giving them a reason to continue cheering for him.
making them want more.
It's beautiful.
It's a wonderful thing.
Loved it. Let's see. #2 was Finn Balor,
Who?
who also
Oh, I believe you mean Red Thong.
he also had an incredible showing.
This of course was the beauty of having the relatively uninitiated watching with you is they're going to give him names. So he was Red Thong, even though it was at worst a Speedo.
Yeah, at worst. But yeah, it was Red Thong, and yeah, whatever. That's fine.
The name I was trying to give him did not catch on. I'm happy for that.
Oh yeah, and he crapped himself that one time too. So
Yeah,
like,
well,
we
that's
had
the one
both
you
of
wanted
those.
to give him. I was just going with uncircumcised Irishman.
Yes, they
You
both
can
could have
see.
gone.
It's terrible.
Both of them could have worked.
I mean,
but
good for him.
1 and 2 are almost always again showcase spots.
Yeah, you were going to be there for a very long time.
Either you're going to wreck some house, or you're going to be there for a really long time, or they think highly of you. And clearly, because Rusev didn't
It has to be two people that build a lot of energy right out of the gate.
exactly. Yep.
And they didn't have to have a conflict to do it. Rusev can do it solely on his own. And Balor with his entrance. Balor sporting the blood red. Look at him.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Even with the jacket too.
He also has the match and stuff.
Yeah.
It's good like that.
Let's see. Where was Who was
Ooh,
3?
I think I have the entrance here. It's a little very exciting. The Man Beast Rhino.
Oh yeah, that's right. Poor guy.
You know what?
I mean,
Served
he gets
the
the
purpose.
ECW pop, which
Philadelphia, you're going to have that.
Yeah.
It's going to be natural built in. This is one of those. Another thing about this year that made it special. The roster is so filled out. You had to go with a dude that's actually on the roster right now.
Yes.
Without having to fill up with. It shouldn't denigrate that, but fill up with people that aren't on the roster. You can have a few surprises that are fun or silly. And then he came later, and yes, he did. But yeah. So Rhinos goes in there, and
He has his little moment, but up next is Baron Corbin, right? #4.
Yep.
And
Despised for his new metal love and his Firewolf.
yes,
His Firewolf grill. Like he could put steaks on that thing. And they come off with with a wolf on him. Which is weird because it was cow. Unless he's actually cooking wolf. And that feels kind of mean. Steaks aren't going to be that big.
He's the lone wolf, Nathan. Why would he cook wolves?
How much
You
did he
don't-
give me?
oh,
What
you
kind
don't
of
like the
percentage is going to
wolves?
work out for me?
You don't like the wolves?
I'm going with a lone angle here.
Oh, I gotcha.
So stupid. I'm very sorry. Oh my god.
So again, he's in a spot where like Corbin, where he's been on the roster and with the United States Championship and winning the Andre Rumble, I thought or Battle Royal, I thought for sure this was going to be a spot where he was going to come in and look dominant, like he was going to clear house, he was going to be around for a while. I was right but wrong, because this was interesting. He comes in, I think he does dump out Rhino, right? And then Slater's out next?
I'm trying to pull that up there. I guess the article I had wanted to be stupid and do commentary in the middle of it.
Number
So
5, I'm pretty sure is Slater, because at some point,
thank you, Heath Slater, for being ready to be stupid.
yeah,
At any time.
So Baron gets dumped out
That's right.
after eliminating Rhino, and so you still have Rusev and Finn Balor, and just Rusev and Finn Balor, and Baron's like, what? He starts throwing his hissy fit, which he's been doing lately.
Yeah.
Like whenever.
Well, that's been his thing. He can take a loss because he takes it so poorly.
Yeah.
That it makes him much bigger of a jerk.
So he pulls out both Rusev and Balor and starts beating the living hell out of both of them.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay. So he's okay. Pretty big. And then Slater comes out, and instead
He's
of
a one man. Oh,
he's a one band, I got clotheslined. I'm laid out.
he got laid out on top of his own flashing graphic on the entranceway.
Yes.
Like if I'm vaguely luckily he was laying on his back, because I couldn't imagine being forced to lay down and look at yourself on the ground as you're laying on the ground, as other people are looking at you on the ground. It just seems so weirdly, deeply meta that it's like, I've defined my place in life on the ground with people looking at me.
This was one of my favorite non-actual in-ring thing.
It was
a non-Kofi thing to happen in recent memory. Because Axelmania was great,
Yes.
but this is better than Axelmania.
Still not officially eliminated, right?
I think he got eliminated the next year.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, so like he made it a full 365 days though.
Very good. Kind of disappointing, wasn't it?
So you figure, oh man, that's a bummer. Slater's just not going to enter. Like he's just laid out there. I don't know who comes out next,
Next was Elias.
but Elias playing his guitar down to the
He
ring.
plays himself to the ring, doesn't miss a beat, doesn't miss a step, kicks Slater on his way through.
This was great. I was like, oh, okay.
The best thing, because he didn't miss his strumming at all, man.
Ring, kick.
He does his little chord and his little solo embellishment right in the middle of that. Just boop. This is what I do. It's not even a thought. Like, I'm not breaking stride to kick you in the head.
Yeah.
Well
Elias
done.
also had a pretty good showing here. Nothing more to note until the next entrance.
Next entrance, one of our surprise, not necessarily call-up, because, I mean, he's a champion at the moment. Andrade Cien Almas, who had maybe the most amazing match just the previous night.
Yes.
Here he is, coming into a Royal Rumble, and damn it, looking good.
Yeah.
This was Blue Pants number 1.
Blue Pants number 1. I was shocked because
It seemed like a lot of all the NXT people. That's one of the last ones I would have expected.
I guess I would have expected maybe Gargano or
I thought
or
like
Ono.
Ono was
really,
and even I know you were holding out for a Velveteen Dream coming up, or there was a lot of people, or even Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Any one of those could make a huge impact on here. But no, we're giving credence to the NXT champion,
yeah.
and this works for him. It works for both brands. It's a wonderful play, and they made him look not only credible, but he's got the size with all those other dudes. Man, he's not a he's not just there.
Yeah.
He's not a little dude, and he's
a little dog, though?
he's credible, and he's tranquilo.
Tranquilo.
Yes, he is.
He pulled that off like pretty early in.
A few times.
Yeah.
He had a few spots where we were like, nah, I'm cool. So, and I'm gonna break your head.
Again, surprising, but I like it.
Uh-huh.
So now he's been introduced to the main roster.
Yeah, you better know who he is and his manager.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have her just talk the whole way down to the ring.
Man, Zelina Vega's great, but we'll get into that.
Yeah,
when we
dude.
get to Takeover. If we get to Takeover.
Because he even had a better entrance earlier in the weekend. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Number 8 was Bray Wyatt.
Bray. Mm-hmm. Man.
Big match Bray. I would call him that.
What can we do with Bray? Like, I'm enjoying the thing with Matt, but I don't think either of them's going to get catapulted on the other side of that.
No, because you know we're in the same spot we were with like Samoa Joe and Finn Balor earlier this year.
Yeah.
Kind of a holding pattern, which is fine. You're still front of mind. You're still there. You're still weirdly undercard, but kind of your own separate card.
Yeah.
And that's where both of them are right now. I think this ends up leading to final deletion come
Chamber.
the Elimination Chamber, and then they're able to move on in some way.
Yeah.
And it might be one of them going away for a little while, or it might be them joining up for a little while. Because we had fun little moments with that during the match of Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt coexisting
Yeah.
slightly, and then beating the hell out of each other.
Yeah. Anthony Moreno, he was better on SmackDown. I agree.
Yeah, it's made for him. The wrestling show is a great place for a crazy personality. I don't know why.
He still hasn't recovered from the shakedown.
No.
Or the shake up. I call it the shakedown. I can change it to that if
That's
I want.
not your fault. You were shook.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, almost everybody else recovered in some fashion after it, specifically Jinder Mahal. No. But Bray Wyatt he hasn't recovered. Like he was at the peak of the mountain last year at Elimination Chamber, winning the championship, going into WrestleMania, and he loses the title at Mania, and then it's just like almost all downhill from there.
I think they're going to do some weird stuff with this potential final deletion. And I got a feeling this is going to be the comeback for both of them. They're both going to go on to do different things. Maybe they'll agree to coexist and have like a weird mutual respect for one another. And each of them can go their own separate directions with whatever.
I was going to say, could this pull Bray to the light, as it were?
Nah, man. He's a bad dude.
He's a bad dude.
I don't know. Because, his character is so well established as what it is, whatever it is, that I don't know if they want to tweak it.
Well, I mean,
it could be what he needs, or it could be something too terrifying for them to do.
People still don't boo him.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I mean, he does bad. He's a bad guy who does bad things.
Who was the guy? Mordecai back in the day.
Yeah.
You want to turn Bray into like Mordecai? Maybe bleach out the dreads. I'm not opposed to this. I love that weird dude. It's like, I don't know. That thing looks a little too much like a cross. No, it's got things on it. It's not sacrilegious at all. I'd have him be a little more toned back from cult leader into a little more Waylon Mercy, with a little dash of Mordecai thrown in there.
Lives are in Bray Wyatt's hands.
What's that?
Lives are in Bray Wyatt's hands.
Okay. I'm not opposed to this.
Waylon Mercy.
Yeah, I know what you're doing, dude. I just want to leave you hanging. I'm sorry. You deserve better than that. Number 9. Biggie.
This was my favorite Heath Slater.
This was the best thing that ever happened. Because you're like, oh man, Big E ain't going to attack somebody. He ain't like that. He's a good dude.
You're right, and he didn't.
No, he tried to help, if anything. Helped him up.
Got these power positivity pancakes.
Well, no. I see you reaching in your chest here like this, right? I don't know where he reached for them, but he just... the hand went down, right? And he kept going. And he kept going. And he was like... He was under... And goddamn pancakes. Like a stack, like a 10 stack of pancakes. Yeah, dude. He's like, here you go, man. This is what you need to get you going.
Come on. Let's go.
That's right. Come on, Slater. We believe in you. The power of positivity pancakes.
That's right.
Not the last showing of the pancakes, by the way. Not in the least. Number 10 is 10.
But
nope.
No. It's not. And this goes back to the WWE Championship we were talking about before. Sammy and KO lay out Dillinger in the back.
Oh, man, that made me sad. I'm glad we at least got to hear his music. There's enough to get him front of mind for at least a moment. This is Ty Dillinger's spot. He's number 10.
He's number 10. And it makes sense, again, still. But he gets laid out, and Owens is like, I'm going out there. And Sammy goes, no, man, I got this.
I got this.
And
very important for later.
Yeah, and he
They're
goes
all
out
about
there.
some continuity.
He goes out there.
Pancakes, yes.
You know, I don't know if we need to go like person by person.
I know.
Where
I
are
know.
we? 10. So Sammy's in. Mm-hmm. What's the next most noticeable?
Sheamus comes in.
Oh, this is...
Slater gets his elimination.
Yep. So Sheamus throws Slater in, gets in, clotheslined right out. Beautiful. Dig it. And then he ends up getting tossed out.
As well he should.
Yes.
But then we have...
By Cien, I think. Did Cien toss him out?
I have the eliminations too, but that makes it a little...
Yeah, don't worry about it.
No, it says Wyatt got him.
Oh, that's right. It is. He picks him up for Sister Abigail. Yeah.
There's mostly cluster F's after this.
Yeah.
Xavier Woods comes in, a little more positivity. And number 13, very excited, Apollo Crews. And somebody theorized about this.
Yes.
Apollo.
What number was he?
13.
Apollo 13.
Apollo
what does that
13.
mean?
It means Titus Worldwide is going into space.
Oh, Titus Universal?
I like this. They're going to get sued.
Yep.
By Christopher Titus. That's right.
Oh,
dear God.
Oh, poor Nathan, still having to hold that mic.
I'm fine with this. I've adjusted to it now. My arms have cramped up and locked in this position. I'm going to be driving home later like...
Don't touch me there. Weird.
This could be. Number 14. You already know what this is, because this
Yes.
is one of your draws, wasn't it?
One of my draws.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
It was one of my draws, but also number 14 is my number.
Yeah?
Yeah, like it was the number I used to wear for soccer. From 3rd grade till...
Yeah, mine was like
Senior
68,
year?
so...
Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
Guess
whatever.
you're not getting a Royal Rumble number.
Nope.
Yeah, I drew 14. It's Shinsuke Nakamura, and I was excited. I was like, wait a second.
Of course you were excited.
All this is adding up. I think I know where this is
The
going.
numbers don't lie. He has a 133 and a third chance of winning. That's right.
So
Not percent, just chance.
then your percentage goes drastically down.
Absolutely, because that's how numbers work. Science. I would have loved him to be. Okay, so the rest of the entrance here, we're moving on. It's like Nakamura's in there. We're very excited. Red pants. Red pants.
Red pants. He became Red Pants.
Yeah, well, I think Balor was red pants until there were actual red pants.
Then he became Red Thong.
Red thong, and we were like, no, I don't know how thongs work.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Speedos, I guess.
So we had Cesaro come out. I thought he was going to be like a throwaway thing, but he had a fun little showing too.
Yeah.
And then what we're waiting for, Kofi Kingston.
Oh, yes, because Kofi's got to do the thing, right?
Well, I mean, there's extra points if you draw Kofi in the pool, and you get extra points if Kofi does the thing.
Kofi's got to do the thing, though.
What's the thing?
The thing, the thing Kofi does.
You'll know that thing. When he does the thing, you'll be like, oh shit, it's the thing.
There's the thing.
There's that thing.
And actually, he was saying, I don't know, maybe I'll do the thing. You'll have to watch.
It's good. See, I'm an old man now. Man, I ain't got time for things. What do you think? I do silly shit? You're in the New Day. So, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We'll watch. Thank you, Kofi.
Both Biggie and Xavier get tossed. And then...
Well, they were tossed, I think, by the next entrant was Jinder Mahal came out.
Yes.
Jinder. Fantastic showing. God damn, he's looking big. Yes. Whatever this is. Lego hands. Lego hands. Fucking up the camera. Like,
did I not have autofocus off?
I don't know. You know what? You know how I look good, Justin? Blurry.
Shut up.
You got it. You got it. So Jinder Mahal comes out. Fantastic entrance. Felt like a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing. That's all we've wanted from him. Felt like a big deal. And he's probably the guy that had like the best 2017. And here he is. He gets to get to do a thing. And he's throwing out the New Day. He's got a crazy spot with the New Day. He throws out Big E. He throws out Xavier. He's going to throw out Kofi. What happens?
Well, he throws him out. And so he thinks.
That left foot hits, but
The right foot?
as they have to remind you constantly, not until both feet touch the floor. They have to tell you the rules constantly.
Yep.
It's wonderful.
Lands on his Xavier, actually.
The beauty of Xavier is he tucked that thing like he just caught a football and tucked it in like didn't want anybody stripping from it, and he's looking up from the floor. I got you.
I got you, bro.
I got you.
And he's just like, no, he's on me. It's
I got you. Never have I felt like one man had another man's back more than when Xavier had his boot. He had his back and his boot.
Jenny says, New Day is now my favorite.
It's not a
You're
bad
not
choice.
wrong. They're officially my favorite tag team of all time right now.
If you haven't seen, they have on the store, they have a pair of socks. And when I say pair, you think, there's 3 of them, right? Mm-hmm. It comes with 3 socks. So you can wear any 2 of the socks at any given time. Mm-hmm. It's Freebird socks.
Freebird socks.
Or it should be New Day socks. But that's how they're branded, so it's great.
Freebird rules.
Which 2 would you wear?
Oh, I would definitely be... They would be in rotation. So they would never be the same.
Mm-hmm. A unicorn stampede of socks. I said stampede. Great. That's a word.
Watch out for your peen.
Is that where the third one goes? So Xavier's there, saves Kofi.
We said something about pancakes.
And then Big E, I don't know where the hell the platter of pancakes from, subs in the platter of pancakes for Xavier. And Kofi puts his foot right down on it and is like, I'm safe.
Yes, I'm safe.
And
I'm
everybody was...
Yes!
Yes, that is how that happens. Yes! It's the best. And then they do the little basket thing, and they throw Kofi up over everything.
Oh, everything, yes.
And it's just amazing.
That stupid dance that Kofi does when he's like, yeah, I did the thing.
Kofi's the best. And you know what? That wasn't the most complicated thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
Still the best thing he's ever done.
It is.
Smarter, not dumber? I don't know how that works.
We only speak in gifts here.
So, that's right. It's good for an audio podcast that is available on iTunes.
Yes, that's true. Mm-hmm. You'll forget that later.
I will forget that later. Yeah, that's when I F up the outro. So other entrants going on through here. Seth Rollins came out. Fire pants. I don't know why. We're getting closer and closer to Bam Bam Seth Rollins. It's going to be fantastic. Woken Matt Hardy with his new theme type thing, and he's coming out being theatrical, as they do. Number 20. This was a big spot. John Cena.
John Cena.
It's like, and I believe that was the first time I went, no.
Uh-oh.
Because I don't know why. At least it wasn't 30.
Yeah, well,
I feel bad when they give a big dude who's going to be a favorite the 30 spot. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh man, I wanted to see some of him, man.
Well, I mean, and at this point, it's like he's coming way later. I mean, obviously he was going to, but it's like, oh man, Nakamura's already been in there a while. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This could be a problem. Balor's already been in there for a really long time.
Yep, and this is about time when people need to clear out. Here we go. But no, not for that.
Here we go.
That's right. 21. And this is one of our first, surprises, I think. The Hurricane. He comes in. He blows through. He comes to the ring at about 17 miles an hour. The eye wall passes over the ropes.
Yeah.
And then...
I know a guy who tagged with him.
I know you did.
You know him, too.
I do. He's great. He the best. Except when he jumped off that car and his pants exploded.
Yes, that happened, too.
It happens.
The same night Dolph Ziggler acted like an asshole.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't get overshadowed. Your snubbing didn't get overshadowed by his...
Pants ripping.
There we go. That's a better way to put it than he had his dick out in a Hooters parking lot. Number 22, Aiden English. When his theme hits, it's always confusion.
Yes.
What is this? Something like that.
What?
That's right. It's the mountain climber from from Price is Right.
Anthony didn't want Cena or Roman when none of us did.
None of us did.
None of us wanted it.
Somebody
I was
drew Roman in the
prepared.
pool.
Yeah, I was prepared for it to happen because I thought for sure. Mm-hmm. But we'll get there though.
All right. Aiden English is out. It's great. Number 23, Adam Cole.
Baby.
You can't resist, can you? And this was the beauty of it. He has the WWE crowd already trained and ready. Because he comes out, fingers go up, he announces himself, and the crowd goes with him, and an announcer talked over it.
Yeah.
It's like, man, this was an intro to it.
Yeah.
And you know what? What I loved most about the NXT people being called up? They're selling the effects of the previous night. Yes. Ember Moon with her arm just destroyed.
Yeah.
And
Adam Cole
with the Aleister Black hurt me.
Yeah.
Gear on.
Yep.
So you got Adam Cole, and then we had Randy Orton. Okay. Titus O'Neil. Okay.
That was because Titus was my last entrant.
Titus was
I was like, oh no!
This is gonna
Give me some points.
I was all excited for the intro. I was like, Justin, he's gonna do the thing. Ura. He did the thing. Justin, he did your thing.
Yeah.
Aren't you excited?
But I knew I wasn't going to get points. I was like, I need points.
Nope. You got to hope he teamed up with somebody.
Yeah.
That was the only way you're going to get it.
Because, I mean, at this point, Nakamura was my draw, but like he hasn't scored me like anything at this point.
Yeah, and you're waiting. You're feeling he's put in the sufficient amount of time. Now's about the time they dump him.
Yeah.
And then it's a big deal. Oh,
Yep.
so sad.
So sad.
26, The Miz. Good showing for
Yeah.
your Intercontinental Champion. He's got to be in there. He's got to make a showing of himself. This will be fun. Number 27, they learned their lesson.
Booyaka.
Boo!
Yaka.
Yaka. 619. Had Rey Mysterio come out and he did not get booed, but the
Thankfully.
crowd was still like, what are you doing?
What is this?
Hey, we know what happened.
Yeah. What
And
are you
then,
doing?
Yeah. He comes out and he does some stuff. He does 619, a 619. You reminded everybody that killed a man once.
Yeah, I did.
Everybody got sad, and then he did a.
Did he do the West Coast pop? I think
He did
the West Coast pop.
a 1238.
Oh, yes, he did.
Well, that was later when Reigns and Cena were cuddling up on the ropes.
Like, hey,
We need
what's
to
up?
picture. Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
You all right?
We're great, right?
Things going good.
We're gonna get kicked in the face though by a little tiny man.
It's cool, though, because we're like...
He's got a mask, so that
we're
makes
like
it
the
okay.
guys, right? So,
Yeah.
it's
Everybody loves us.
cool.
That's what we need. Rope talk with Rey Mysterio. 28, Roman Reigns. The crowd goes very upset. They were not happy.
This was your draw.
This was
You
my,
had Roman.
I had Roman. And I was like, I'm gonna win.
We're all like, oh, God.
This mother oh good. Oh good.
But doesn't he actually come in and, like,
His house. It looks like his
house?
his eliminations were O'Neal, The Miz, Rollins, which was a fun little spot.
yeah.
Because I thought for
Rollins
sure
was
this was
like,
gonna.
huh?
And this was Reigns looking heelish. And
Yeah, a little bit.
when did he take over the Undertaker punch? He's been doing that for a little while now, right? Has he been doing it since Mania?
Maybe.
Because that's how he led off that Miz match last night.
Yeah.
That weird choppy punch thing.
Yeah.
And it looks great. It looks amazing. And it's a great addition to his repertoire. If he's going to be Mr. Striker Man,
And also, if it's supposed to be his yard.
I suppose. The big dog. 29, Goldust.
Oh, it's a weird spot for him.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad he was there.
Yeah.
The Benjamin Button of WWE. He's so great.
He was. And again, for the uninitiated, they're like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It's like, he's all amazing. You shush.
Yeah.
He's great. It's going to be great. And number 30, paying off that storyline, Justin. Dolph Ziggler.
I don't get it.
Comes in, eliminates Goldust, and then gets thrown out by Balor.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, we'll see what happens on Tuesday because obviously he's back. But
I hope he just keeps answering that open challenge week after week after week.
you know,
People come down to the ring, he just attacks them, and then he answers the challenge. It'd be
Yeah.
great.
I don't think this is our final six, but let's just jump there.
Well, the final six is end up getting a stare down, and on one side you had you had Orton, Cena, Mysterio. Definitely the old guard.
The old guard.
Which is weird because we remember when they were the new guys, but now they're the old guard.
Yep.
Facing off against who were on the other side? We had Reigns, we had Balor,
And
and we had Nakamura.
This was wonderful. This
Yeah.
was a wonderful visual.
And they made sure this is something they did better this Rumble than I've seen them do in Rumbles past is framing for the camera, and just that look of they're lining up perfectly, so you're getting everybody in the shot. It's looking like a 3-on-3 match poster promo, a promo poster, and it looked. They're all, you know the damn poster I'm talking about, right?
Uh-huh.
But you had the face off of them, and you definitely had the Reigns Cena stare down,
Yeah.
because that's who they represent, the misunderstood but should be loved by the churn dudes.
Yeah.
And Nakamura and Balor facing off with Orton and Mysterio.
Yeah.
And it's just like, are these who these guys think they are? Is Nakamura going to be the tactician, the hand that can always be relied on, or is that Balor? Is Balor going to be the weird high flyer that's probably a little undersized but can always hang? And it's weird to think that you're getting the actual physical comparison of these three against each other.
Again, this was like just a magnificent visual.
And it was something that was unexpected.
Yeah.
And as far as booking wise to get to that moment, wonderful.
Yep.
And the fact that every moment of this, it was an hour and 5 minutes. Every minute of that had something. There was always something to look at. Now it's easy to go, here comes the entrance, and you get that downtime in between. There was never a time when I was like, okay, you gotta clear some people out of here now.
Yeah.
Because there was no throwaways. There were everybody had a story and a purpose in there.
I kept saying,
Except Ziggler.
here's this point where somebody's going to come clean house.
Yeah.
It never came.
It never came. Every elimination carried weight.
Yeah. We didn't have that Roman moment, that Kane moment where it's one guy eliminating 12 people.
Yeah.
That seems to happen almost every year.
But nah, man. They decided, like, no, we've got intense, deep storylines, and we're not going to let them go. We're going to amplify them here.
Yeah.
And we're going to kick off new ideas. And we're going to have a passing of the torch. So we get down to the 6, and we're like, okay.
It's like, whew, still shaky.
50-50 shot.
Still shaky.
50-50 shot on whether or not Philadelphia's going to burn. It'll burn this Sunday.
So, I don't remember how it shakes down, but both
Ray's out, which is fine.
and Orton get tossed? Yeah, Ray and Orton get tossed. So it leaves us to the final 4 of Balor,
Nakamura,
Shinsuke,
Reigns.
Cena, and Reigns.
And Cena and Reigns.
And we talk about visuals.
They decided to set that back up again.
Yep.
They put them in the corners, which is what you do in your final 4.
Yep.
You get that moment of, hey, everybody, let's build the anticipation because this is one of these guys is going to be the winner. But they make sure to put left side of the screen, everyone's going to be happy.
Yep.
Right side of the screen, Philadelphia is going to be a crater.
Yes. Because it was Roman and Cena on the right side of the screen. I even said that to... I was like, look, if anybody on that side wins, it's over. Like,
And you know that's whenever they do their card matchups, they also that seems to be something they try to go with too. Is the first person you're going to come to is going to be your face, and then this is the horrible thing you're going to have to deal with. That's why we set up like this, because I'm the good guy.
yeah.
No, I'm a fucking awful person.
Aw.
So, sorry. Real life. How you doing, folks? So we should switch, Justin. But I'm going to fuck up those buttons.
Oh,
Just
no.
letting you know. I press them all the time. I'm going to be stuck on shut up, you look great. Don't press that button. That's something we have to discuss, too. Who wasn't in the Rumble?
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
But you get down to this final 4.
Still a 50-50 shot.
It's still a 50-50 shot.
Oh, I can't take this. Balor gets dumped.
Yep. At which point we're like, well, shit.
Well, now it's a 33% chance that they, quote-unquote, get it right.
Ain't no way they're going to pull the trigger on Nakamura.
There's no
man.
way.
Balor, I think they could have faith in him. They've been playing up that over angle, the Balor Club. He's getting some momentum behind him. Oh boy, I love Nakamura.
And then Cena even kind of looks at Reigns and he's like, "Come on, we'll beat him up and we'll get him out." Oh, before that, with these final 4. At some point, you both suck. We have the Roman and Cena stare down. You both suck. You both suck. Which I'm glad that's where they settled with that chant.
Yes, because it's been, let's go Cena, Cena sucks. They're not going to say let's go Roman.
Nope, not going to happen. And why it's a waste of breath to go Cena sucks, Roman sucks.
Well, this could be fun too, but no.
Yeah.
If you
You
need
both
your
suck.
hatred distilled down, you go to Philadelphia, and they will be happy to set you up with, no, we know how to hate you just right.
Yeah,
You both suck. Monosyllabic, 3 syllables, carries well. There's not too many soft consonant sounds. That's good hatred right there. You both suck.
And in the moment of it happening, it does look like Cena's going, no, like that GIF. You feel like you're speaking in memes.
All right.
No, no, no.
Your mic hates you.
Yeah.
So why are you yelling at me?
Anyway.
Okay, sorry. Everyone wants to text me during the show. It's cool.
Yeah. So they're.
My boss says hi.
Cool. What up? It looks like he's saying no.
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 You're so
No.
You're so good at this. Yes, because he's reacting to the Philadelphia crowd like,
Yeah.
I'm hated? I didn't know this. He's playing. He's playing with it, and he's reacting to it. He looks shook.
Which actually does come into play on Raw.
Yep.
But that's not what he's saying.
Nope, somebody went back and,
So, wait a
hey,
second.
I'm a lip reader probably. Or I guessed really good. Now,
Now,
Shinsuke. Now. As Balor and Shinsuke get up and...
I don't know. I'm okay
turns
with
with
leaving
his
it, leaving it as no.
Yeah.
Because he was having a tantrum.
Yes, a tantrum. Frustrated. Frustrated with this sour reaction.
I'm tired of this.
I've worked so hard, and this is how you treat me?
Yeah.
No.
So we already
No.
Balor already got dumped. Cena looking at Reigns like, hey, let's get this guy out of here. Nah, it doesn't happen that way, man. Cena gets dumped over.
It's great. It's great.
Reigns and Nakamura are the final two, and it's like, are you kidding? We still have 50-50 here.
We're not going to give you Nakamura.
was
They
like-
can't give us Nakamura.
And the real reason I was worried at this point is because it's not the main event. I was like, this is how they're going to get away with it because they have stuff to follow it.
Your final shot isn't going to be The Rock coming out and raising Roman's hand.
booed.
Getting booed. Because that's what was going to happen. And you know what? And Reigns has been teasing a little bit with these, a little more vicious, a little more nasty, a little more heel-ish. Throwing out Rollins earlier.
Yeah.
Rollins gave him a look like, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be.
All right.
Burn my pants down.
They had a nice little one-on-one though for a little minute, Reigns and Nakamura, and again, like I'm just like, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Yep.
Or what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do here? But nah, man, Nakamura pulls it off.
Getting all of his stuff. He got a lot of his stuff in the whole time too. Oh god, I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
I believe I described it as, look, he's going to invite him towards his crotch area. Here we go. And it's so good. It was so good. Everything Nakamura did, and this is something fun to see. Everything he's doing throughout the entire Rumble match, signature Nakamura stuff. It's wonderful.
Yep. And Nakamura wins.
Yeah.
And for the first time since D-Bry won the championship at WrestleMania 30, I was elated, like beyond. I mean, again, like it's rare that I come out being salty and like this and blah. But like I also never had the other side of that where I'm just like, yes, oh my god, yes, and I lost myself in the moment.
Yeah.
I was super ecstatic that they pulled the trigger.
And that you had pulled Nakamura in the pool and won by the last
Yes.
minute by taking out
That
my
elimination.
big dog.
Like that's the only reason I won because I had Nakamura and I got 6 points right at the end and get the win. But I kept repeating myself. It was the only money matchup on the table.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way you can go where it's not disappointing.
Because and we've been wanting that AJ Nakamura thing, but how do you get there? Well, here's the biggest device in all of WWE.
Yeah.
Winning the Rumble to call your shot at WrestleMania.
It's
And they didn't wait on that either.
right.
Because they didn't say, hey, watch for SmackDown. It was, no, we're going to make you have to watch SmackDown. Mm-hmm. Who do you want? And no hesitation. No promo even. Mm-mm. He just says, AJ Styles. In the pacing of... You could almost picture AJ in the back. Yeah, that. Where they cut the camera away from him. God damn it with that.
Yeah.
A lot of bad camera cuts last night.
Yeah.
Not last night. Sunday night.
But that's that's nitpicky. I mean, it's
No, it's simple, easy production stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, he's going to do that thing that he always does that people go crazy for.
Yeah.
Keep the camera on him.
I mean, you're right, but
It's like Balor with the lights coming up. Hey, no, let's cut over here to the announce table. Yeah, the extraordinary man who does extraordinary... Put the camera on me. I'm going to say extraordinary a few more times. No, he's going to do this weird Christ pose where the entire place lights up and you're like, wow, what a giant personality and an a-hole. I'm glad he's making this turn. This is amazing to watch. I get to see this. Nope. Corey Graves' hair.
Corey Graves' hair, young man's haircut on my mind. It's right there.
Right there.
There he is.
I should cut. I don't know if I just did a bad job of cutting that out, or if his hair's just that shiny and it picked up the lights that well. I'm leaning towards the latter. Yep.
A little of both.
Yeah, a little
Call
bit.
him B. So we have Nakamura and Styles, the money matchup. I mean, it could still get shaken up, but I don't think they do.
No, I don't think they touch that. I think that's
'Cause it's
beautiful
money.
on its own.
It's money.
It is the Wrestle Kingdom match that everybody went, hey, we got to check out this Wrestle Kingdom thing. Mm-hmm. And AJ's already teasing it on Twitter. 700 days since that first match. Mm-hmm. 700 days since you beat me.
How many
700 days until I've wanted my rematch. 69 days until I get it.
Yep.
Building up hype on both sides without hatred.
Yep.
Pure competition.
Beautiful. Dig it.
by the two that are the two purest competitors.
Dig it the most. And this is the first time they've pulled the right trigger. Like it feels like Royal Rumble's been used to get to these matchups that nobody really wants.
Yeah.
The last decade-ish,
Yeah.
it feels like.
It almost feels like an afterthought.
Yeah.
It's like they do that reverse booking from WrestleMania, and then it's like, how can we get there?
Yeah.
But now they have more interesting stuff they want to get to at WrestleMania, so you're getting more interesting build-up, which is nice. This, I mean, it's pure backwards booking, but it's good, and we like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if the rumors of Reigns Brock at WrestleMania are a thing, they can get there naturally.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be, in this.
It doesn't have to be convoluted or forced down your throat.
Right, exactly.
It doesn't have to feel like an eventuality. Like, well, this is what you're getting. It's no, I don't want to see these two beat this. Just here we go.
Yeah.
Here
Here we go.
Tommy.
And so it's like at this point, it's like, well, where do you go on the card?
And the crowd goes mild.
Yeah, right, as
That
they
dumb
should,
joke finally worked after all these years of me using it. Makes me happy.
and they should.
No, it's gonna be a piss break, and so we're gonna get the tag match: Rollins and Jordan versus the Bar.
I mean, I feel bad because again, I love
Because
the
Rollins
Bar.
just did a kick-ass performance.
Yeah.
And Cesaro did a damn good performance in the Rumble, too. And then they're coming back out. It's like, well, Sheamus is going to have to carry this, and I guess Jordan as well. Nope, Jordan's injured. Weirdly.
Story-wise, like if you carve this match out from the Royal Rumble and from the card, like if you just look at what the match is, beautiful. Because Jordan has been playing this like brat, this I'm not quite a good guy.
He's a fantastic character.
And he's one of the best things about Raw right now.
As much as people hated him at first, now they hate him
For the right reasons.
for the right reasons.
And like you just said, Rollins
We're
just
clapping and smiling as we're booing.
like,
Yay,
oh,
boo!
you jerk.
You bad dude.
But like you said, like not but 10 minutes before, Rollins was in the Rumble, and he was kicking some ass.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, you figure Jordan's probably going to do a lot of the work.
Yeah.
No, man, like early on, he gets knocked out, and he just plays that up.
And you know what? That's like weird cross intra-show booking right there. Like, of course, Rollins should be tired and beat up. Cesaro's still Cesaro's can go forever, and Sheamus is fresh as all hell, from kicking Slater and then taking a tumble.
Yeah.
And Jordan takes a shot in the outside, and he's
out for like an hour.
incapacitated. And him playing up the his faraway look in his eye was just like, you.
He even gets tagged in at one point, and he
Stumbles?
just kind of stumbles a little bit.
Stumbles?
He's like, nah, man.
Here we go.
Blind tag back out.
To which Rollins was like, what the fuck?
Right.
God, they carry so well. And then he ends up taking an ass whipping.
Yep.
And it took two of them to beat him down, and they beat him down. Severely, brutally. The Bar.
The Bar are your tag team champions. Again, I hate this because I love them, but like, God bless.
I need them to go somewhere else and do something else.
Please, for the love of God. They won at last Rumble. They beat Gallows and Anderson. Or no, they lost to Gallows and Anderson because they beat the New Day just the month before, like 2 Decembers ago now. And they've been at the top of the division since then. Like, they've constantly been in the mix for the tag championships. And it's like, there's other ways to utilize them on the program without them being the top of the division.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to see that. I want to see them in a program without the titles.
Exactly.
I mean, we're not going to get that for a while yet, but they can do that.
Yeah.
So
Maybe put somebody over. Maybe help elevate the rest of the division.
elevate a surprise, dude.
Yeah.
Like, even if we're getting a weird Bray and Matt tag team, or any other weird teaming. This is a great way to make somebody. But AOP.
Yeah.
You think? Oh, well, that's beside the point. Can AOP come up now?
Maybe.
They got their rematch.
Yeah.
It's beside the point. Beside the point. But okay, and then we had the championship. Jesus Christ! The fact that this isn't even. This is like the third main. Is your three-way the Braun, Brock, Kane.
Beautiful.
And you said from the beginning, hey, this ain't gonna be long.
It's not going to be long. It's going to be pretty violent, and you're going to dig this.
The thing to call out is Braun gave Brock a knee shot to the side of the head.
Yes, he did.
And immediately got a receipt.
Yes, he did.
With a vicious, vicious punch right in the side of the head that made Braun go, okay, I'm going to sit down for that. He had a look, and it's almost like, because I think he's smart enough. This is weird. I think he's smart enough and not arrogant to go, yeah, that's what I get.
Mm-hmm. But
a lesson learned.
But I got to be honest.
I forgot my address. A lesson learned.
I got to be honest. I think Brock likes that. I think he likes when people work that stiff with him.
Yeah, because it gives him permission to. I get to hit people again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you like it? You like it? Bruce Braun is like, I can take it.
I don't want you to do that all the time, but
you got a grappling hook? No, don't pull him towards you. It's gonna be a mistake right there.
He'll just yell at me.
It's perfect.
It's not here, right?
I love that. Perfectly. I like that we freeze like we're like bugs that get caught out in the middle of the living room floor. Like, shit.
Please leave us. Don't
step on me.
It's like, is he like the T-Rex where if he don't move, he kind of...
Mm-hmm. You can tell by the tiny arms. Okay. Wait, no, they're huge. They're in the air. One of them has the entire state of North Carolina on it.
Yeah, it does.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Good tag, Nathan.
Braun looks amazing. Brock always entertaining to watch.
Brock, very weird nipples. I think that was pointed out several times.
Yes.
They look like boils. Yeah, well.
Brock retains. I see that now. Kane, of course, takes the pinfall, which is why we assumed he was there for that reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, nothing to write home about. This was just a really well done triple threat. Mm-hmm. Very fun to watch. Very brutal. Very hard hitting.
Building us towards Elimination Chamber, and I still think they're mixed between, do they want Reigns to go on to face Brock at Mania, or do they want Braun to?
God, it feels like Braun.
It feels like Braun.
Yeah,
it feels like Braun, but I still think they're like, we're gonna give that Elimination Chamber thing. This is a place where you should excel and look like a goddamn monster, a caged animal, and he will. He absolutely will.
Yep.
And I think that may be where they make the call. So I think we'll wait till we see that. Again, don't know. They know.
They know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
And I want to not know.
I want to not know. It works out better that way for everybody.
Yes. It makes it more an entertaining show.
And up next, the main event of the evening, the only thing we haven't talked about, the Women's Royal Rumble. And I saw a lot of that I saw this get a lot of flack. And here's where you're wrong. This was the first Women's Royal Rumble.
Yep.
I saw a lot of, well, I just want a Royal Rumble to be, I want the Royal Rumble to be, the Royal Rumble was the main event.
Yes.
Just because it wasn't the men's, it was still a Royal Rumble.
Yes.
It was the main event. The WWE had been pushing this as historic, and it was because it was the first ever. There's no reason this doesn't mean. This was the right call in all aspects, including how it ended and what happens after the ending.
Right.
When you encapsulate the whole thing from the first bell to how the pay-per-view ends, it was the main event, hands down.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say about that, as far as it wasn't a misstep, definitely wasn't a misstep. It's just something that has to be kind of overcome. Is it's a 4-hour card.
Yeah.
And we've had a men's Rumble match that took a lot of energy out of a lot of people.
Yeah.
The tag match suffered as a result of it. I don't feel like the triple threat got quite as much hype as it could have. And that also sucked a little bit of that heat too, you know? But they still did a fantastic job of closing out the show and had the supreme tag on the end of it.
The Women's Rumble booked just as good as the Men's Rumble.
Very much so. Everything had a purpose. There weren't throwaway things, which is funny because we look at the roster and be like, man, there's not a lot of women. There aren't 30, man.
No.
But we had fun little call-ups. I'm not going to do I don't think we should do the whole rundown of everybody. But some NXT people popping up there.
Right. But important to note, number 1 and number 2, again, like we talked about in the Men's Rumble, 1 and 2 very important spots.
You have to carry and start the pace.
Sasha and Becky.
Yep.
So these are 2 women that they fully trust and that they think highly of. And one of them will go a really long time and one of them will just have a decent showing.
Right.
And it ends up Becky has just the decent showing. Sasha goes 54 minutes, I think.
Very long time.
She was one of the last.
Yeah.
So good on her. That's great. Like we need stuff like that.
And you got some character development with her too. She took out Bailey at one point.
And gave that look like
yeah, what?
uh-huh.
This is where I got better than you. Right here, right now, today.
Yeah.
Bye.
I hope they explore that. It seemed like they
You want
tapped
Bailey?
it.
You want Bailey on that losing streak just a little bit. You want her taken down a peg so she can climb back up.
I think that's the way that character works the best.
Be a babyface. You can't be an overdog and be a babyface.
Exactly. I think, and she wasn't on Raw last night.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
She needs to be either
I
away.
thought you were commenting on her looks.
She's beautiful. She does need
Commitment.
to be. She does need to be a little bit away,
Yeah.
or she needs to lose when she's around because it needs to feel huge whenever she does get that win.
Perfect spot like for a new signee to come in and totally dominate.
So let's talk about a little bit of them surprises, maybe.
Surprises. Every woman from the 90s.
Literally.
I think I had a picture of that. And like every possible
Let's see.
every possible call up there.
You had Kelly,
Yeah.
who, I mean, it's Kelly.
Oh, she was awful.
She was awful. I never
But
liked
she
her.
always was.
She always was, and she wasn't good in here. But it was good to see. She deserves it. She deserved to be there because
She played a part in the beginnings of that WWE ECW that was very important. The hey, look at us, we can be salacious.
yeah.
We found this runway. It's great. You know what? That doesn't really cover. And then also had Lillian Garcia did the announcements, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Nice to bring her. She's somebody that deserves respect. That I feel like could easily have been swept under the rug, but nah, man, she's important. Who else do we have in there? We had Tori Wilson.
Yeah, again, she was never great, but she was.
She did really, really well for
did.
this.
I
She
thought
did
so, too.
Very well for this. We've had pre-shows and we've had the Women's Classic where we're like, Lita looking like she's getting up there a little bit. Good for her. She's enjoying retirement. Nope, she's in the match.
And good for her wearing the Time's Up hashtag, which is she. I never thought about like how she got run out of the business.
Yeah.
And you know what? To have gotten run out in that way, and to show up with that, and then she had China, and I forgot who else written on her. Luna. Two women who deserve to be there, but obviously can't because they're no longer with us.
Yeah.
But
They would have easily been in there.
oh,
I
absolutely.
could have absolutely seen China come in there.
yeah.
That would have been a major pop, dude. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. I can run down the legends. Let's get the legends out of the way because the legends aren't going to win this.
Right.
But Molly Holly
Oh,
was, and every one of these people, everybody that was there last on the Sunday, purposefully was like, I can't be there. I mean, I would have loved to have been there, but I can't.
Yeah.
I'm filming a movie. It's just a movie. Michelle McCool. And again, all of these women from the 90s look like they could go like now.
Michelle McCool, drawn by Matt.
Uh-huh.
And we're all like, whatever. It's Michelle McCool. She'll be there for a while. She'll have a nice little showing. No, she came in and cleaned
1, 2,
house.
3, 4, 5 eliminations.
So Matt had like, God knows how many points already just with Michelle McCool. I don't think he had anything before her.
Nope.
So,
And I remember disappointment, like, well, I was like half asleep.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm projecting the whole energy out of the room type deal. But, another surprise entrant, legend, Vicky Guerrero. I don't need a theme. Give me a mic.
Excuse me.
Huh?
Excuse me.
I better say it right.
Excuse me.
And again, for the uninitiated, go, who the hell is that?
Yeah.
She's awful, and I hate her.
Right.
Yep.
You got it.
There you go.
You
That's
got
the
it.
character.
And
Coming in, and she was like wearing a skirt, and I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna go weird. Nope, skort.
Again, I saw people bitching about that, and I'm like, but
Whatever,
But if
dude.
you get badass Billy Gunn in the men's or Teddy Long or something, you're cheering. You can't have it both ways, man. This is great. She was just as important.
Mm-hmm. I was almost kind of hoping for a Santina, but that would have. Yeah, I was hoping for too much. Okay, we got Kelly, and they did a good job of like laddering these in there too. Kelly, Jacqueline.
Awesome. Good to see her.
She was the one that legitimately scared me because she looked like she was like built enough to like break you in half.
She wrestled Disco Inferno for the television championship. At one
And
point.
then there's Capital Punishment where she was topless for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh well. That was my favorite, so I'm saving that one for a sec here.
Okay.
Okay. Both of the Bellas coming in, Nikki and Brie.
A little bit of a surprise there.
And you know what? They had like this weird, like, they're going to be a faction. Look at them.
Yeah.
They are going to dominate this. They're coming back. Look at this.
Yeah.
You know, Cena trying to take a spot. Nope, didn't get it. One of his lady friends going to do the same.
That's right.
This is good. And you got Brie getting to come out and do some of the Bryan spots.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yeah.
And number 30 was the big entrant, Trish Stratus. Again.
So happy to see her.
Again, still going.
And looking great, mixing it up with the new girls.
And it's wonderful. It's like it's almost like they're used to. It's almost like they kind of like got ran out of the WWE because like, well, you're pushing 28. You got to go. It's like, no, they're still amazing athletes, which is what would draw us into there. And they're lovely ladies as well.
Yeah.
And my favorite surprise entrance of the night, the one I was hoping for, the one we got, Beth Phoenix. My absolute
sister.
yes, the absolute, and she was always like the strongest because I mean, you could tell she's relaxed a little bit from the training regimen from back in the day,
right.
but still beefy as all hell, man.
Yeah.
Like she's just a straight Polish monster going up against Nia Jax.
I always loved Beth, and I always knew between her and Natty, like they were just there at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Just at the wrong time, and it's like all I wanted was to see
a dominant woman's wrestler.
Yeah, and I wanted to see her mix it up, and you know she kept teasing on the ENC pod. I can't.
I'm filming a movie.
I can't be there. Sorry,
I'm in Uruguay.
I can't be there.
It's some of that nonsense.
But you know what? She was there. It was a great surprise, and like you said, squaring off with Nia Jax.
Well,
beautifully
makes Nia Jax look good.
Yep,
and looks good in the process.
Absolutely,
and ends up doing the right thing when need be. Mm-hmm. And they're like, all right, time for me to get out. Make it
by Natty.
Yeah. Because, of course, aren't they, they're the analogs for one another, yeah?
Yeah. Lovely.
So, other entrants we got there, like first-timers. It's amazing to see some of these first-timers. Sarah Logan. Mandy Rose. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the surprise I'm going to get to here in a second. Sonya Deville. Liv Morgan.
Oh, I love her.
You like her? Ruby Riott, so happy to see her in there.
Yes.
I wanted to see more from her because I feel like she could carry a lot of good stuff. She's an amazing performer. And we haven't seen even the beginning of her yet.
Even in NXT we didn't get but the edge of what she can do.
Mm-hmm. And this is Asuka's first as well.
Yes.
And we had Mickie James is another kind of legend in there, I suppose. But and Bayley was in there. Bayley was out close to last. I'm surprised they brought her out so late.
Yeah, especially other than getting tossed by Sasha. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think she was part of the committee that tossed out Nia.
Yeah, and I think they were trying to do a good job of spacing out the legends a little bit,
right,
with the current roster and making everything look like it belongs, and they did a fantastic job of that.
Agreed.
Two also that fit in there very well, NXT kind of call-ups. We had the NXT champion Ember Moon, who was amazing and did a one-armed eclipse on Asuka. Asuka had to stand there for a second, and it was like just that hair too long.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to call it a miscue. It looked amazing. And Kairi Sane.
The Pirate Princess.
It's wonderful, dude.
She's amazing.
She's the best. And she was just vicious the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's just...
got her stuff in.
But she got her stuff in, and it got kind of miscalled. Like a little bit of, what is she doing there? The walking across the thing. I hope she doesn't go up to the top rope. It's like, no, she's going to do that sitting vicious-ass clothesline in the corner. That looks amazing.
If I have one knock on that match, is
someone didn't say, shut up, watch.
Yeah. Stephanie has been in the business for so long, and she's amazing on the mic. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know how she wasn't better at that.
There's a difference between being on the mic and being on the call.
That's true. It's definitely true because I can do the call, I can't be on the mic.
Exactly.
But man, like I honestly thought that was going to be a good fit, and it just wasn't. I don't know if it was because they didn't do 4, and she was just going to be like the embellished voice.
Yeah.
But she was the official third. Yeah. She was the official third, and it didn't work.
Every one of her lines felt kind of fed to her, as though it was like, "Hey, this is what you say in the video game."
Matt goes, "Is this 2K18? What's going on here?"
Yes,
Thanks, Steph. Like, Asuka's almost out.
Yeah, is she?
Thanks, Steph.
And then another small miscue with Kairi Sane. She did that elbow, fantastic. She went up for another one right as the entrant was coming in. It's like shit. It's bad placement for that.
Yeah.
You can't show it. It doesn't get the gravity that it deserves because it's going to be overshadowed by an entrant. There's nothing you can do about that. That's how it happens. So you end up cut right to a winner,
Well, let's see.
or any other spots you need to call out of there?
Let's see. We had a face-off between Sasha and Asuka, which bleeds into the next day on Raw.
Hey, storytelling.
And again, like we said before, Sasha throwing out Bailey with the, hey, look,
Hey,
I'm sorry, I'm better.
look, I'm doing the hip thing. I'm moving my hips.
Trish doing the hip thing. Oh, it was beautiful. Like,
That
again,
felt like a torch passing right there.
yeah.
Hey, I like your stuff, kid. I don't know why she sounds like that. I hope she doesn't sound
Hey,
like
kid.
that. Hey,
Hey, I'm Trish Stratus. How
pretty
stratified are you, huh?
pretty good. You ain't the best, so you ain't the best.
Mickey James squaring off with
Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus.
Oh my god. Hey, there's story here. Oh yeah, what's the history? Don't do that. What are you doing? Why would you do that?
Just saying,
I'm
that's-
red. What are you doing?
That's
Stop
what they
that.
did.
They did that. She did that. She got in trouble for that. Yeah. Oh my god. And fantastic showing by Nia Jax,
Yes.
who was going in there as a giant would go in there, and they treated her as such, and they treated her well.
I mean, there's nothing to complain about. Like, this was a Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Like, it was booked really well. It was a Royal Rumble. This was a main event. This was great.
Yeah.
And Asuka gets the win,
As
which, it looked for like a second like the Bellas, it wasn't going to happen. The Bellas were teaming up. But then
The Bellas could easily come back and
Yeah, but-
slip right into.
Nikki pulls a Nikki and tosses out Brie.
Yep.
And then it's like, again, this is what I got to do. The elimination, wasn't it like an armbar over the top rope? Like,
Oh yeah, there was a
Asuka
spot where Asuka's on the outside. Like, oh, that's risky. And then I think they ended up on the apron.
Yeah,
And then it was just a.
that's right.
And then it was like a weird kick thing. It was like, all right, cool.
Now, I mean,
It's still high drama at the end. Everybody's outside. Oh, they just have to go to the floor and they're done. Oh no.
yeah.
classic.
Jenny says Ruby Riott, new lady wrestler crush. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But, was this a surprise that Asuka won? No, there really wasn't another choice, I guess. I mean, there's plenty other ways they could have gone.
It would have been a great way to reintroduce somebody back to the roster if one of the legends were looking to come back.
Right.
Like, holy shit, this person's coming in and taking the spot. Took it.
Yeah. But, I mean, this, it makes sense. And so...
And it isn't a musical chairs of Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, Bailey.
Right.
Let's pass the title around a little bit.
Yeah. Speaking of champions, Alexa and Charlotte both ringside for this. And then
And not in the match.
not in the match.
It's good.
Yep. And they don't involve themselves at all either.
I think it was very classy in both Rumbles who wasn't in the matches. Showing how the depth of... Because the Rumble used to be we got to call some dudes back.
It's got to be everybody. It's got to
gotta
be Michael Cole, Booker T,
Yeah.
Jerry Lawler.
30 was a lot when you got 20 dudes. But when you've got a roster of like 60 strong, competent performers, all of who could benefit and fit in well, you get to make choices. You didn't have to have Kane pull double duty. You didn't have to have Braun do double duty. And it was amazing as a result. And you didn't have to have Charlotte or Alexa do double duty. And you got to get over on their... You got to give more gravity to them. Like, they're above this.
Yeah.
But they're here paying attention.
And all these women are fighting to fight one of them. And again, it gives you that moment because you don't get the women don't come back that often. Yeah, occasionally you see a Trish for something, or again Lita last year for the commentary.
Again, then they've been almost that like once you're gone kind of deal. It's like, well, you're getting older now. It's like, nah, man, that doesn't mean what you think it means, man.
And it's changing because like Mickey is showing because Mickey looks just as good now as she did then.
Is it just that we're older? Is that what it is?
Well, that too, yeah. But it hasn't. The game hasn't been this open for women ever. Specifically at the top, in WWE.
They're looking at competitors who can put on a good show.
Right. And, again, Mickey is proof positive. A couple years ago against Asuka, and ever since she's been there, reproving herself.
She's been she's been the Randy Orton of the women's division. She's the gatekeeper. You can have a damn good program with her and move on if you're victorious. Or you can just have a damn good program with her and show yourself off and establish yourself where you're going to be on the card. Good gatekeeper.
So the
Top of the mid card. And there's a mid card.
there's mid card. So then in ring, Asuka is there trying to decide which championship she's gonna go after. Suddenly some music hits, we're not sure whose, but then out comes the rowdy one, Ronda Rousey. And I've seen a lot of crap about this too, but You're wrong. This is what solidified this as the main event. Not just a main event, but the main event. This is Tyson at WrestleMania 14. This is big.
Bob Uecker. Yes. Thank you for not actually choking me. I would have got downloaded for you.
But this was huge. This is whether you like Ronda Rousey or not, she's still a huge draw.
Yeah, CBS Sports is going to cover it. ESPN is going to cover it. It's going to be maybe not front page, but it's going to be in a sports section. It's going to be like maybe below the fold, but it's going to be mentioned.
It's going to
hey,
be
look
mentioned.
at this former UFC star. She's going to go do she's quitting that fake USC garbage, moving on to some real fighting.
Twitter erupts.
As well it should.
And WWE officially, like, once it goes off the air, oh yeah, by the way, we signed Ronda Rousey.
To a full-time contract.
Full-time deal.
She ain't playing. She's coming to do... This is her job now.
Yeah, and she even said something like that. She's like, I'm not here for the money. Like, I'm going to try to become a great wrestler.
Oh, my
and
God.
I mean, people can hate that it looks like, by the way, it looks like she's going to cut the line. But,
she's bringing that huge personality in.
she's bringing a huge personality.
And she has a personality that can back it up. She's bringing celebrity status, and she has personality to back it up.
There's going to be a lot of eyeballs on WWE that weren't. And so the women have been main eventing, and I agree that they've deserved it. They've earned it. And they're great. And they can be main events. But the thing that makes you a main event, not the main event, is drawing.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, as great as Charlotte is, as great as Sasha is, as great as Bayley is, none of them are a draw. Ronda Rousey's a draw. Ronda Rousey will make WWE money.
And she can be the catalyst for making those people stars.
And then they become stars, they become draws in their own right, and now suddenly women main eventing WrestleMania is not ridiculous.
And it's that injection of credibility, injection of star power, and it's coming from a place that isn't just, hey, here's a celebrity.
Yeah.
It's somebody that's going to literally compete. It's going to be great. It's high times for women's wrestling. And every time we say that, it gets that much better the next day.
Well, and I mean, literally the next day, since you said that, let's work it right into that Raw real quick. The Elimination Chamber, Alexa Bliss is defending her championship in a
She's
chamber.
defending it in there. Oh, my God.
That's great. I mean, again, another big thing for the women.
And you know what we get? We get 4 weeks of qualifying matches going into that.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. Did we have any to begin with?
Nope, not
Because
yet.
I see that they've started that with the men's stuff. They've started the qualifications for and continuing storylines and finishing storylines leading into the next storyline, which is amazing. You've got the men's elimination chamber, which is the winner is going to be the one that faced Brock at Mania. So you've got Mania implications for your next pay-per-view. Oh my God, Justin, you have to watch.
Yes.
You have to watch. But and you're going to get resolution on the women's side, or who's going to be the champion going into Mania to face Asuka, or whatever.
I want to before because we still got to get through Takeover here. Leslie tweeted, "You're rewarded daily, aren't we? They still push out content." And I guess maybe I didn't use the word correctly. With the feeling of being rewarded.
We're getting dessert.
Yeah, like it's
No,
not.
I meant
it's,
after the show.
It's not just getting something because like I get something from WWE all the time, but that feeling of, man, I love being a wrestling fan. Man, I'm putting in countless hours watching wrestling every week, and again, I enjoy it. But to have that feeling of, this is exactly what I wanted, and I got it. And it wasn't like wrong. Like they did it the right way. They didn't just do it just because. I guess the best way to put it.
Yeah,
Because
they've created reasons.
yeah, I mean, because you can do things just because all the time. They do things just because all the time. At least it didn't feel like, well, just because. It felt like this was right.
Everything's been drawn out. Everything's been booked and ready to go, but it's stuff you're going to dig at the same time.
Yeah.
They know the story they want to tell, and they're going out of their way to tell it well. And it's nice to be appreciative with. And it's nice to be able to appreciate it. So, any more from the Raw stuff we need to cover? We've started the elimination for the men. Kane's been written off television by Braun being a goddamn maniac. Reigns is out of the IC title picture.
Yeah,
probably. And Asuka does a promo. This is what I love. Asuka does a promo, and instead of her English is suffering a little bit, just do it in Japanese, yo. And this is what I want. This is what I was hoping for. I hope she just does a terse, curt, awful, nasty Japanese promo, and the crowd just goes wild for it. And Philly almost did it. Yeah! Oh, man, that sounds mean. I don't know what she said, but man. Then just at the end, nobody's ready for Asuka. Yes.
I said this to you before we went on the air. Raw was great last night, but man,
You're suffering from 3 hours.
it was just.
I bet it wouldn't have felt as long as if we had a 3-hour show the night before instead of a 4-hour show.
Maybe, but yeah, from start to finish, you had a story. They built, they reworked the visual. The show looks a little different.
Yeah.
Jonathan Coachman comes in, which seems like it shouldn't be a big deal, but it is. It actually, all this stuff happening. They lead with Ronda. Just the show from start to finish was good. It was great.
Coachman does a better job of fitting in the show.
Yeah.
Booker T's done fine. He's done great. He's been great for Graves to play off of. But Coach is making that, wow, it's been a while since I've been here. I've never been around this Strowman guy before.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I'm scared. It's yes.
I
He
wish
gives fresh perspective.
I'll need to watch it again, but he did something that nobody has done in a while. Towards the end of the show, I was like, yes, thank you for that.
What was it?
I can't think of it right now, which sucks. But
You just remember the feeling. It's fine.
I just remember going, oh, thank you for that.
But
I
yeah, he's
appreciate
good.
that.
He's good, and I hope the dynamic between him and Graves develops.
Yeah,
And
they're
then-
gonna have to
and-
figure out something there.
Yeah, because they're both playing a little bit smarmy a-hole.
Yeah, I mean, you got to figure out because Graves is at his best when he's aggravating whoever is on the other side of the collar.
And Booker T, I think, took it a little bit to heart. Hey man, why are you effing with me? Because it's a show.
That's
Calm
what
down.
I do, man.
All right, but don't mess with me. I'm gonna.
I don't know what you're saying, Book. He went hard at him during the Rumble, and Book goes, "What?" For once, Book was right. He's like, "Man, I'm sorry, I'm tired." Because Corey did the whole show. All right, so I mean, that's really I feel like all we really need to touch upon. Elias, Braun, and Cena are in the chamber. Cena also of note working we mentioned this in the Rumble, but almost people
What
are
do you
booing
want
him.
from
It's
me?
what do you mean?
What do you want from me? I've done nothing but bring you star power. I'm amazing.
He
Look
literally
at me.
He literally
Shut
at one
up.
point kind of shrugs and goes, WrestleMania.
I go to the thing. I do the thing. What do you want from me? He's just confused. I want confused Cena. Do you see me? Well, come on, man.
Why are they up so
Why
high?
am I? What? I gotta get up here. Oh, I gotta bring the shoulder up. I can't. There. Great. Let me just double chin it for the cameras. Hey, everybody.
See, now I can
Don't fix it now.
I can fix it now.
It's just a throwaway line. You want to fix it? Oh no, the ring moved. We're in trouble. I'm gonna move around on you. You can't put that on me. Oh yeah, there it is. Never mind. You're good.
Blam! Shut up. We look great. Because we do.
Yeah.
NXT Takeover. And okay, oftentimes I say, "Oh man, NXT Takeover better or worse." For the first time, I felt like they were still completely different shows, but they were they delivered equally.
Yeah.
And that's hard considering how high the bar was set
The bar.
with Takeover, because it was the bar was definitely up here.
Yeah,
and
man.
Royal Rumble somehow was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, we can do that too, which is great. Finally,
It seems like NXT always goes out of their way to show up one of the big four, and they're always up against the big four. And this is one time the big four said, "Nah, man, we
we can do it too."
All right, we're gonna step up. You want to see what we can do? Here's what we can do."
And it was awesome because it was if the opening match, Undisputed Era versus AOP, which was a solid
Jesus.
tag team wrestling match, if that's the weak point in the card, because it was.
Yeah. Well, it was the opener too, man. But you're getting brutality versus technicians, and you're rewarded.
And it was beautiful though, because you had, what's this smaller team got to do? What are they going to do against these monsters?
How do you overcome that? How do these dastardly bastards overcome these unstoppable monsters?
Oh yeah, you break their knees. that's what they did.
Yeah,
Loved
classic
it.
storytelling of he took his wheels out.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, it's a tale as old as time, but it's beautiful. Like, I'm so glad they did that because...
Beauty and the Man Beast.
No, that's Slater and the Man Beast.
I know. Why are you talking about them?
It's not beautiful.
I'm sorry.
Again, like if that's the weak point in the card and it's the open, you know, what do I have to complain about?
Thank you.
Yeah. So up next is
Women's.
was that next?
I don't know, but that's
I
the
don't
way
think
that's
so.
the way my card. Oh no. Velveteen Dream. Oh no.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Don't let me. I have to say his name. I'm sorry. Velveteen Dream.
Dreame.
No. Wait. No.
God, how great is Dream?
Yeah, dude.
Holy hell! Like
He's in there with one of the greatest tacticians the WWE has.
a great striker.
Somebody that's going to make you look good while looking like you're taking an ass whipping. He can do. Cassius Ohno can do anything with anyone and make them look fantastic.
Proof positive
With a guy who's doing his best to make himself look fantastic.
right. I mean, you had Black and Dream, and I feel like Dream worked Black different than he worked Ono, even though they're both strikers.
He's tailoring himself. He's tailoring his work to the match at hand, to the story he wants to tell. Because he's conscious of the story that he needs to tell before going out there, and he's effectively doing it physically and on the mic.
Dream is
What
going to be
more do you want?
Dream is going to be money, man. Like,
Yeah.
He is going to be so much money.
Oh,
I'm on that merch. The
he's the
second
man,
it
I was about to
arrives.
say, he's the man that's going to make us buy purple shirts. Oh, wait.
He comes out in boxing gear. He comes out in boxing gear.
Of course he does.
T-
Of course he does.
And you know what? He comes at Ono as a striker.
Uh-huh.
And he's boxing. And he's sticking and moving. And he looks great against Ono. And he's now worked two of the top guys in NXT. And has looked amazing again. Well, I mean, and if you include Gargano on NXT television last week, 3 of the top baby faces and looked amazing. He is money, and it's only a matter. We're taking down the time.
And he's also proven that he can lose or he can win and still come out of it with momentum. Mm-hmm. He lost to Black.
Yeah.
Right? He defeats and he lost to
Gargano.
and he defeats Ono. And you know what? The dream keeps on moving.
The dream keeps on moving, man. The dream is over.
Mm-hmm. Did he have an entourage?
Ish. They were waiting at the end of the ramp for him.
He should get bigger every time.
Yeah. I want to be in that entourage. I love you, Dream. He great.
With we're holding out hope for Joe. He's going to be a hot dog. It's the best.
It'd be funny if he just unretires just to be part of Dreams.
It would be the best.
Doesn't have to take bumps, I guess. I guess it can happen.
Unless someone hits the hot dog. Why would you hit the hot dog?
Don't hit the hot dog, you jerks.
Hot dog. So yeah, a Dream looks amazing coming out of that.
And then I think next is
the women's.
The women's. And Shayna Baszler versus Ember Moon. Mm-hmm. And this match is everything. God, if you didn't love Ember Moon before this, there's no way you don't now.
Because Ember Moon felt like she was getting a little bit of flack because it's like, is Asuka carrying her through these things? No, she's really good.
She is great. Because
she's going to have to, I don't want to say carry Baszler, but she's going to have to do the storytelling work. Mm-hmm. Baszler is a striker, a grappler, a massive monster.
She's a mean woman.
So to play, Ember Moon's going to have to play the underdog and play up the monster, and can do.
She not only can she do it, but she gave up her arm to do it. Oh like God. Literally, Baszler working that arm the entire match.
And Ember Moon played that the next night. She didn't move that arm at all.
You talked
taped
about,
up because that's what you do. Apparently, you cover yourself with tape if you're hurt.
Yeah, you talked about she did the Eclipse. She did that to Shayna Baszler. One armed, but couldn't capitalize. She does it and then goes immediately and she falls into the corner and she's just like, oh God, I can't do this. And then she gets trapped in yet another armbar. And that's how she rolls her up and gets the pin and escapes.
Has to escape.
Literally escapes with her championship. if you didn't love and respect Ember Moon before that match, and if you don't after that, you're just wrong. You're just wrong. I'm sorry.
I think Asuka being gone is the best thing to happen for her.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're going to see that she's that good, and she's going to elevate other people, and they're going to get to look good too. Baszler is somebody that shouldn't look good at this point.
No.
And she looks great.
She
the work that the Martinez did with her, and now Ember Moon strapping a rocket.
rocket strap. I guess. Yeah.
Putting her right at the top of the card, and it's not feeling like we got to give this person a shot.
Yeah. I mean, I am curious where Baszler goes from here, but like the kind.
Oh, I think she's just enraged and like, oh no, I want a submission match.
Yeah.
Something crazy like that's going to happen. She's not done with that by a long shot.
No, and I gotta imagine that because like it feels like when Bayley won the championship, you know what I mean? Like she wasn't long for the
exactly
for the,
it was the victory lap before he taken off.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it could be Ember that does that. It could be Baszler that does that. Baszler may not be there for a long time.
Yeah,
and Ember Moon's been down there for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need to hold that very long to go be babiest of faces, you know?
Yeah.
So,
again, great match. That takes us to, is that Extreme Rules next?
Black and Cole.
Now,
hey, there's a tag team name.
Depending on who you talk to, this was match of the night, and this was the main event. This was the best match, and I could see somebody could make a case for it.
Well, there's so much mystique that Aleister Black carries with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could watch him like order a sub, and I'd be like, it's the best sub I've seen in a while.
It's in, you know what, anybody who
Did
says
he get
that,
aioli on that,
technically speaking, you're not wrong.
Yeah, it's a good sub.
This was an amazing match. This was great. This is why it was just before the main. But it also depends on what you're looking for. If you want physicality, Extreme Rules, which they did amazingly in Philadelphia, crowd hot for it.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, this is what you want. If you want wrestling, then we'll get to that. But Cole and Black, like the hatred between them two, and just the two physicality.
The two of them are both good at manifesting that out of whoever they're in there with, and yeah, just to see Black hate somebody.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, that's legitimately scary. And Cole is just such a smarmy a-hole.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. He's built-in catchphrase and good stuff. Yes, he got the donkey sauce. Or he made his own man. Yes. Okay. Stop. Okay. But yes, they were able to, and again, Adam Cole in the Rumble, selling the effects of the night before.
Right.
The beating. And then we get a championship match. A guy who a year ago we were like, I don't know if this dude's going to work. This weird Mexican stripper guy, I don't like him. Take your dumb hat off.
With the double dick finisher.
I forgot.
He did that though. He did it in the Rumble too, the double dick. Mm-hmm. But it's not the finish anymore.
Depends on who you ask. I don't know how to be any more suggestive with that without feeling dirty myself. Andrade Cien Almas versus Johnny Gargano.
And I know I've said this before, but I want to reiterate. Bayley was my favorite wrestler.
Uh-huh.
Johnny Gargano is now.
I want to hit on that in a second, but first I want to mention Cien's entrance.
Yes.
The masked mariachis. He's coming out with the La Sombra mask.
Mm-hmm.
Just acknowledging that, yeah, I was this amazing thing. Guess what I am now? Throws the mask, hits a mariachi player. Mariachi player doesn't sell it. What's up, dude?
No sell.
It's a champion. Your ass lays down after that. He hit me with a mask. God damn it.
He's still laying there. He should be.
Meanwhile, his manager lady. What's the name?
Zelina Vega.
Zelina Vega.
She took Cien Almas, good act, decent act, took him here. Because without her, he's not here.
And Cien has been the I'm tranquilo. What do you want from me? And she's been the you turn it on, asshole.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay.
She is
to get back to he does what he needs to do to get back to tranquilo.
She's part Paul Heyman. She's part Lana.
Mm-hmm.
She's part Lita.
Little bit of kimchi. No kimchi.
And it's amazing. Like it's all those wrapped up into one. And she is the hottest thing going on NXT.
And she also has a mind for wrestling as well.
Yes, she does.
She's a capable competitor in her own right. And that gives her insight that just a valet wouldn't have.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
And you could tell immediately. Good stuff. And what is it? Okay, so the entrance be damned. Fantastic entrance. My favorite of the. What is it about Johnny Gargano that makes him the best babyface we have ever seen, short of Daniel Bryan?
It's almost in that same vein.
It is
Because
he's that good.
you start with the size, and it's going to make you an obvious underdog.
Right.
But his demeanor, the way he carries himself, and just
He feels righteous.
his fire, his moveset. I mean, everything is all just clicking. The way he gets the shit beat out of him, like, I mean,
The way he comes back, this is his reaching from oblivion. Like, please, is amazing. Just everything about him. I've loved him from the indies on, but every time you see him, he's that much better.
and that's why he's my favorite right now, because somehow, as great as he was, like the first time I saw him, he's somehow better now, which is how you should be.
And he's the finest babyface in all of WWE right now.
Yep.
And honestly, because he's in contention for a title. This gets back to what killed Bayley. If he had won that, it would be a great moment.
Yeah.
And leading into the next thing he's going to be doing is
Get there.
yeah, but he doesn't need that. And you know what? Being the underdog who sometimes comes up short is great.
Yep.
It's going to motivate him that much more. And it's just he's the single best babyface in all of WWE.
That's true.
Maybe the world. And in this moment, he might be the finest babyface in the moment. And it doesn't hurt that his adorable wife is going to be right there doing the same thing.
How great was she?
She's amazing.
She comes out and starts attacking Zelina Vega, trying to even the odds. Beautiful. Wonderful use of this new talent that you just signed.
Yes.
Now you get to shine a nice bright light on. Oh yeah, by the way, not only is she married to him, but yeah, we just signed her. So you know,
Oh my god.
get to see her in a little bit of action her first night there.
It's so nice.
Beautiful.
It's so nice.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes.
No thing has ever made me go, that is so pure and good and wonderful. And just like 2 weeks ago, she was grabbing dudes by the balls and suplexing them with a patented ballsplex. That's not uncomfortable to say. I can't imagine having to.
So Johnny takes the DDT from the top rope
Jesus Christmas.
and takes the L.
Because Almas is that dominant and proving so.
A little bit of cheating, but yes,
Whatever, man.
because he's a bad guy. Bad guys do bad things.
The bad guy did very untranquilo things.
And you think, oh man,
Roll them credits.
yep.
Roll them credits because here we go.
Candace and Johnny are walking up the
man.
walkway. They're like, man, dejected, lost, bummer.
We're going to come back stronger. And you know what? Today wasn't our day. And
But
I'm
first,
focused. I'm focused on the future.
you know who's a real asshole?
Hold on.
I'll hold. Let's check this over here.
Is he bald?
Yeah, he's bald.
Is he growing out a beard?
Oh yeah, his beard is, yeah.
Is he sitting next to you right now?
No.
Oh, okay. Tomato kabama. Kabamo. Jesus Christ, dude.
That was almost perfect.
That was almost
How did you
perfect.
have that up?
All I gotta say is, hey, let's throw it to the Italian guy to say the Italian name. Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh my God, he's a real asshole, sir.
What? Like, nobody has forgotten. It's been 9 months he's been rehabbing. He's still on the crutch. Technically.
Still had a brace.
Still at a brace. But,
Still laid Johnny Gargano out.
like, folded a goddamn crutch over the man. He's just taking a beating. He's lost. Let's break him.
Let's break him. And I love the use of Twitter again. Like, let's continue the story before television returns.
So Ciampa on Twitter leading up to this has been like, "Oh, congratulations, Candace, on your signing."
He's been pretty much radio silent.
He has been, but
other than that,
but he's come back to be like, "Hey, I hope
Congrats,
I hope the
Candace.
best for everybody." Yeah. I'm getting towards the end of my rehab, and I'm really taking the time to say, "Hey, you know what? I've thought about some of the bad things I've done, and I don't want to be that guy anymore." Fucking crutch in your face, blam!
Gargano tweets out something along the lines of, man, I almost got there, but I still have some things to do. This was a big thing. But first, and then just a few minutes later, Ciampa tweets out just a picture of the crutch But first,
They're sitting in catering, laughing,
hey, man.
laughing their
what are we
asses
gonna do?
off.
Let's do this.
Hey. I miss Bobby too. I miss Glorious Bombs. I do too. All right, let's do some dumb shit. All right, let's go.
But I mean, that.
Oh, people can see us. We gotta fight. Bam.
Now they have a story that's away from the title,
Top of the mid card, and compelling as fuck.
and Shawn Michaels, of all people, said, "Hey, you know what? You kind of went past the title today. You don't need it."
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
beautiful. He does. I mean, obviously the title's great,
You want that. You want that.
but like
But you want revenge as well.
as a wrestler, you gotta want to be able to be used in more ways than just championship feuds.
And you don't. And to not need it is such power. You're bigger than it.
He can feud with anybody on the card now and bring them to, except for maybe Moss, because I remember that match. It was fine, but
Gargano will make him look good.
yeah.
As good as he can.
Yeah. TakeOver, a wonderful event. Great way to open the weekend. Man, we still don't have everything covered.
Nope.
God, we've been going for 2 hours. Do you want to take a quick break and then come back and wrap the show?
You gotta pee?
I gotta pee.
You gotta pee?
Do you want to take a break? We don't have to. Like, how fast can we wrap?
You need to wrap.
We don't need to wrap. I'm just asking.
Do you gotta go, Justin? I'm
I-
sorry. We have to mention Sapporo. Just two quick things out of that. If you follow New Japan at all, their shows in between, their house shows, are really important, and you need to know this. Tanahashi going to take some time off. Minoru Suzuki made to look like a monster because he is by breaking Tanahashi's leg for 30 minutes.
Amazing.
And no, I think you counted it was 2 pinfalls attempts and 30 minutes of just breaking the man and taking the Intercontinental title, a first major title for Minoru Suzuki. Hair match, I lost. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm killing your heroes.
Yeah.
Bye. And then
Good luck for whoever wants to try to win that off him.
and then the Bullet Club comes.
The
and-
Bullet Club is fine.
They're fine. They're okay.
fine.
They're having a meal. Kenny Omega is looks to be out of the Bullet Club, kicked out, and much the same way as Prince Devitt before him and AJ Styles after that.
It was an executive decision
It had to be
made
it
by
had,
one Cody Rhodes.
it had to happen. They didn't want to. It had to.
It had to.
He took a savage beating at the
Yes.
hands of literally everyone. And then, to make the save, his longtime friend, the man he came up with, Kota Ibushi.
The Golden Lovers.
The Golden Lovers have reunited. Kota clears the ring, extends his hand in friendship. Kenny doesn't take it. You see, there's a clip of Kota, a tear rolling down his cheek and falling. Who the fuck? Why are you this good? Kenny gets up under his own power, looks at Kota. Nah, man. We gotta hug. And they hug.
And they hug.
And they hug. And confetti timed with the music. And it's, oh yeah, there's a little clip of it. Look at that. Look at that embrace. That's 20 years of, God damn it, I've missed you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. And it's they haven't touched, but there's been that tease of, oh man, when we get Ibushi Omega, it's going to be crazy. Nah, you're going to get them as Golden Lovers. As well you should.
Yep.
More on that probably next week, because that ain't going anywhere. That story's going to be amazing. So, yeah, dude, we got to... And not only is she here, she needs to pee. All right, let's wrap and go. We'll have to talk our house show experience another time. Initiating
how in depth do we want to do that? What do we have? You know what? Maybe we can do it next week because I don't know what's going to be shaking next week.
initiation of storylines, and we'll lay out how to initiate the uninitiated.
Yeah.
How can you make people that don't know wrestling enjoy wrestling?
Yeah.
The answer is making an ass of yourself. Good job, Justin.
You're welcome.
Great.
Yes.
No.
Oh, it's warped.
Yep.
There we go. Better.
That's
Closer, warmer.
nice. Still don't know the lyrics. Hey everybody, it's hashtag WrestlePals. He's hashtag WrestlePal Justin. Should you like to get in touch with him, and you should, at the Hulkster on Twitter. Barring that, you can put hashtag WrestlePals on anything, any form of social media, or just anywhere in general. He will find it. Because he's also the brains behind at WrestlePalsVA, the show's official Twitter.
Yeah. Sorry, I
I'm
spray
gonna-
painted that on your car, by the way.
I'm gonna need.
I didn't
Well,
mean to.
you did find it as well, because I haven't seen it yet. You son of a bitch. I'll go right with what Matt spray painted on there. BC.
Yeah.
Not Bullet Club, by the way. If you'd like to get in touch with me, what's wrong with you? Why? 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 Wrap it up? Okay. Add the Nate Project on Twitter. You can go ahead and send it there. I will see it. I always do. And that is apparently where your old friend Bob likes to call me a nerd. Not you. You got the pass. Me? I'm a nerd.
I am a nerd, so.
Goddamn dork truck. No, don't cut it off yet. I'm just saying. Just saying. Damn them. Add the Nate Project on Twitter. Say hey. It'll freak me out. And I always see it. And it'll freak me out. I might respond. I don't know. What are you putting on there this week? I don't know. I'll see it in like moments, you jerk. Hey. You can check us out on YouTube. Get the back catalog on YouTube. Hashtag written out WrestlePals. Or if you like a little more current, you don't want to look at our faces. I don't know why. Because, shut up, we look great. But just look up WrestlePals there on the iTunes.
That's right.
Because there we are. Look for Wrestling Buddies. Not the word. You look for WrestlePals, you find Wrestling Buddies. And that's us.
That's right, baby.
Go back through the catalog. See how wrong I am on literally everything. Literally everything. Because Justin called both Rumbles, by the way. Credit where credit is due. Men's winner, nailed it. Women's winner, nailed it. Every match, nailed it. He knows what's up. Yeah. At the Nate Project. At the Hulkster. Goddamn hashtag WrestlePals. I didn't mess up the outro, Justin.
Good job.
I did good.
Way to go.
Yes, good for me. Good for me. Yay. Yay.
I lost my keys and my little dog is bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog, bit me in the spare rib. And I'm take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words to AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.